wrong things and expect to get good results. One of the things, I'll give you an example on state institutions. If you take your minds back, we had a heated debate on the midterm census. And the institution I represent in a coalition, the national elections, what we stood our ground. Not that a midterm census was not useful, not that it was not useful for development purposes, but elections and governance has a calendar. Anything falling short of that calendar would interfere with the space, and it would be a cutback on what we should have mobilized as progress. So what happened was that the civil registration was supposed to take course. And we saw a number of problems ahead because these were issues we have highlighted in the 2018 elections reports. We saw how, for example, getting credible data and accounting for the identity of every eligible citizen was a challenge. And so we said, can the government and people of Sierra Leone invest into a civil registration process where we can get all eligible Sierra Leoneans 18 and above to be accounted for with their names, full details, and biometric features? That process was not something we could hold as credible. A number of people were left out, the process was slow, a number of things went wrong with the confirmation of the civil registration process. Fast forward, a year down the line, everybody is shouting, head of National Elections Watch, where are you? Problems are going on with the registration. No, but it went wrong long time ago in the past. We tried as best as possible, we intervened, we said, forget about midterm census, concentrate on the civil data, make sure we get it right. This is only when no eligible Sierra Leonean will be left behind. We are battered, everything. Just think of what happened to us during that period, but we stood our ground. Today we are facing the consequence, and that is the consequences of bad governance. I've just given that one example for us to show a situation where what we should do now, we failed to do it, and then in the next couple of months, we want things to be right. It cannot be right. The mistake has been done. So it's the same thing with our state institutions. I have said a couple of times through our advocacy platforms, let us holistically review the 1991 Constitution. That Constitution does not support a democratic state. What would happen? 2016, 2015, 2014, I am going backwards. It was the SLPP who were crying. They were my best friends. I am friends with the opposition because I'm friends with democracy. In a democracy, you must like opposition because it's about opposing you. If you push opposition, there is no democracy. They were all over the place. The letters on my office table are like this in 2016, 2015, complaining. And it is the same issue today that APC are sending the same letters complaining. How do we want to continue into a political jigsaw? Why can't we fix the problem? Making sure that supreme executive authority, those issues that are cut back to the state and democracy, we address them. Appointment is a critical issue. So what we are having, for example, is what we call a regime-serving police. They will do anything, right? Today, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for those who are benefiting. One thing I like about the police, like quote unquote, they do not change. They will go to lengths to misuse and abuse power. And when the other party comes to power, they do the same thing to them. They have never changed their stance. What you want us to do, we will do it. It should not be. We are nurturing a society, a violent society. It should not be the case. Let us try as best as possible to promote professional policing, a police that is accountable and subjected to civil oversight. That's why some of us believe that the police should be put forward to scrutiny, and those things that they have done wrong, they should account for police brutality, notwithstanding the rights of police officers also, because they are performing a sacred duty to the state. They also have lives that also should be respected and protected. For me, those parameters, I believe in the principles of democracy. We should all disagree because we are not thinking the same. We are not the same, but those fundamental principles, whether you are Minister Soare, whether you are head of IGL and Rula Valley, whether you are head of campaign for good governance, Marcela Samba, or whether you are Mr. Berete, formerly spokesperson in the former government, we should not go below those fundamental principles. Respect for the rights and views of individuals, freedom of association, the right to protest. Some of the things we do, we don't jump in the streets. My organization do not believe in protest. We do not do protest. We do voice. We believe in talking. That's why when we see the space for speaking out is shrinking, we feel very, very much aggrieved. We believe in letting citizens have a voice to dialogue with their leaders. We believe to create a space like this where we can speak the truth. That is another point. We need to institute patterns of honesty in the country. Insincerity is the bedrock of our politics. People are looking at you. They see this as black and they will tell you it is white right in your face. And they want to force you to believe it is white. It is wrong.
All right.
We are living in a society that is predominantly going to be violent. And when you suppress people, you suppress their views, they are going to find outlets to bring their views to the fore. I want to encourage us all. It sounds as if I'm preaching tonight. I want to encourage us all. Our society is our future. We cannot allow our society to be going down and we keep quiet. We think that it is right. It is not right. We will all be held accountable. Posterity will judge us one day.
Okay.
You see?
Fambulo na kushe endo na aduo. We are don't come back today for can't talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet hearts alone. I know we own. Whoa, we left for do them bad things them. We they feel most alone. I know we own. Whoa, we are. And if we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just want to make we a go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just want to make we a go before. Fambul, Kushe and Kabo, how you dey do? Hope say you do well. Well, plenty time then day. We can really want for bring people them to you, for let you hear waiting, then think about certain issues. From government officials, security officers them, to different other people opposition, and even the citizen will not get no power. But sometime day, where we can attempt them things and day. Because of the kind thing where we they do, then they ignore we. Then can go fit to we. Then can tell we some word them making painful. But you no go understand. Waiting at the pain where we really be face. If we say we just sit here and enjoy. Why are they talk this particular thing for helping the program today? You remember say yesterday issue happened. Now my 38. Outside the police and the opposition leader they meet up. Now my 38. Where we see tear gas, we hear live gunshot and other things then. Well, the police been pull a press statement where they say they get different issues them where they analyze different things them and talk what they know about what happen where make them fire tear gas and live gunshot. Well, as way for make we go able forget very balanced side because we don't see other reports, other press statements them from the APC, from the PPRC and other one them. We see okay, let me try for reach on to the police and get an interview with them. The media one na the person where we call. Well, I been deceiving them. If they play loud music na Mutuka, not to that name important. You know, so we picture always then our profile. So we say hello media one. This na from Weird. Yes, I dey listen. Do ya media one? We want to discuss something about the press release where the police pull. Now that they make you call me? Yes, media one. Una put contact say we reach on to una. Because if anything, we for able for talk to una. We know the talk to anyway, la put on straight. We at the drive right now.
So the ECOP.
Yes.
What you feel say about
so if you really want to talk, say we know the talk to now. Because what I say this now we had with the broadcast now YouTube and on Facebook. It just begin say we know the talk to anyway, la put on straight. At the drive. I say, okay, I not say the in fact, what he do, he reduce the volume small for no other they talk. And when we say now from we had, he airs the music back where they listen. Imagine na police officer this so.
You don't have for a
He
nonsense
airs
from
the volume up back, loud one, and then he say in the drive.
As far as in concern, and nonsense we had one for talk.
Well, this now for just put them now say everybody now don't see we left for say we in opposition, and indeed we not party to the opposition because we want for see democracy go before. If we don't encourage the opposition, we deal with the government with the muscle, the voices of the people and the opposition. How comes democracy will exist?
No way.
So tomorrow, if this common power, then they can have power, like how they can play kick on back and front, then they go on follow with them at their side. Yes, we go then at their side. That's the one day we go there now go the CV back say we in opposition. And indeed, we in opposition because we always want to make sure say democracy gets the foundation and get the strength where it's supposed to get in any democratic country. So this now the situation with we and the Salon police this evening time. Well, not to by talk, we record them and we keep them in case it go on for say not also it be. We get a recording, I don't save them. All thing and I don't keep them. Now we channel. It did nobody no go see them, but I keep them there in case. Sometimes my phone go along the way it well. But the how they call it? It no go cut.
If you shake with the WAP.
So we just make loan and no say most of the time we can try. But no way.
Well, we family una don hear waiting me brother tell una. Plenty of una can ask me why make una not get people from the other party. Well, this is a short example. Imagine not so from the party self, we call them. So, according to the law, this person is supposed to be a neutral person because in a police officer. But this is not the way it treats we. But family, we are not going to say, as me what I don't tell una today, we make sure for bring una somebody where they can help with for talk. But waiting happen at mile 38. But your responsibility now for share the program as we don't start and as you open the door for consider inside this family house, click for it, the like button and relax because the message where they try for bring you and the person where they come help we for talk about waiting happened yesterday between the police and the APC main opposition party in mile 38. It go really sweet you because it able to understand how it happened and waiting na the reason. Me na by Bure Kablai from the north. The biggest warrior with the sharpest cutlass. And me, Nasembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. Before we start, before we introduce the guest who we get today inside the program, we go take a break. Please, whilst we use this opportunity or this time here for take a break, we go want follow you kindly. Do ya make you share for we this program because we find out say on YouTube the link no go. So you can copy the link on YouTube and share them for we able to get, people then we will come and get the message. We can get always take home package for you. So you can come right now 219 people then 219 then YouTube. For we and just like where we can just say hello and that number day. So by now we for they get like 1,000, like close to 800, 900 now. So we wait for we una help we for share this particular program, okay? Thank you very much. Let's just take one short break, quick one. Mr. Kamara, thank you. Let's take one short break, quick one, and then when they come back, just now.
Oh na 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 na, oh na na na, like I go na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up, and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up, and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up, and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up, and fight for your right. I pay the way the system they go, not us so we been vote for. Waiting the one, where we can't see slow, not us so we been vote for. Waiting the one, every day a new story. Waiting the one and just they like how we waiting the one. Separation them on a we. I'm lucky I the dance now. Waiting the one, so here they kill we. I play the conceit and youth can get the country slow. That's another walk. And the side where you go, so wahala. We want for no. That's another walk. Mama want cook, money no day. Papa be the woke, then don't sack 'em. Mama want cook, money no day. Papa we been the woke, then don't sack 'em. What a gwan in our country. What a gwan in our country. What a gwan in our country. We want for no. What a gwan so the policeman them will protect we. Soldier man them will protect we. Now them they beat we, now them they kill we. We want for no. What a gwan so the policeman them will protect we. Soldier man them will protect we. Now them they beat we, now them they kill we. We want for no. What a gwan so waiting them do to me brother LJ. We no gladdy. Why them baba? Waiting them do to me brother LJ. We no gladdy. Why them baba? Na full of man no. Na full of man. Na afraid full of man. Na afraid full of man. Where the system they go, not us so we be butter. Waiting they go on. Where we country slow, not us so we be butter. Waiting they go on. Every day na new story. Waiting they go on and just they like Mary. Waiting they go on. Operation them on a we. I feel like here they dance for we. Waiting they go on. Fuck here they kill we. TikTok in the last week. I see the mommy na somebody popping a dancer. Waiting they go on. With the ask them this question, y'all let the answer. Waiting they go on. I say the mommy na somebody popping a dancer. Waiting they go on. With the ask them this question, yeah, let the answer. Waiting they go on. I play the way the system they go. We not glad yo. We not glad at all. The way we country they go now. We not glad yo. We not glad at all. Consultation of the country money. West control of the country money. Forget work na the country money. Follow you get side for sleepy money. We not glad yo. We not glad. We not glad yo. We not glad at all. I say with democracy done democracy. With the youths them one work we not lazy. Fuck talk then they talk. Now they do don't get sweet. We not glad the police brutality injustice don't get sweet. We not glad when we tell them the truth and the vex, then don't turn against we. We not glad I play the way the system they go. Not us so we be butter. Waiting they go on. When we country slow. Not us so we be butter. Waiting they go on. Every day na new story. Waiting they go on and just they like Mary. Waiting they go on. Operation them on a we. I feel like here they dance.
Alright, family members, them, the way the country they go, we not gladdy. Waiting they go on, Mr. President, the police brutality, price control, especially the side where Raga Spice reach to win at the police brutality. I think say Naime could get a guest today inside the house.
You, like where that man, seen a phone number how they talk to you, you tell where then they see you.
You say they left.
Is it me na me family? Okay, let's tell you one thing. All finger not be the same.
I don't know more say. Usai, you reach now we had, you pass. As long as we had family house concerned, I go pass.
So you get cutlass, me not get cutlass. So and inside we country for so you all cutlass na public force na crime.
When I eat in cutlass, you don't get for sale now we church.
Okay,
mistake.
Now they tell you this. Me na me fumble them. You not fumble them and then you talk about them.
So now I not trust you again, Seth.
You don't need for trust me, oh. You don't need for trust me, oh. I just they advise you. And for tomorrow bambayo, you go see something they all big. Some they need amoeba. They know they take one shit. So wait. You not see what I call one of the police media.
And I say
welcome. Yes, he talks to me fine. He say, hey, Tembe Pierre, that's good of you. Now they try. Now you really try. We appreciate you now. And if I've been Tima before today, you want kick where they giving me more. Anyway, let me go now. Where they can talk to somebody. We, it go come to light on them things there for we because if you don't think the power that me as them be they say. If you don't see down at the power, outside the caretaker, they sit down, they do some things, them instead you don't sit down here, they don't see, you don't witness, you don't hear, you don't see, you don't feel. So we can get some analysis into some of them things that already happen right now in the country, specifically on the My 38, but generally on the political atmosphere right now inside the country. And I trust say it can try to be very much balanced, although motor man, but he can try his best for make sure say it puts the case as it's supposed to be. Well, Fambulem, they get on the program now. This time now directly on Weird. And I think say for the first time we had no more the host time. I think the first time this.
Yeah.
And so we want for use this opportunity for the first time directly now we had for welcome the former presidential spokesman for the former caretaker winner Ernest by Koroma. When they say presidential spokesman and the person this way, most of the time they can do the talking because of the busy schedule of the caretaker and not able to come out and talk or address the people. And so normally the presidential spokesman now can come out and begin talk, analyze certain things them, you know, like what we see right now in the area of Alpha Khan.
Yeah.
We now in the mark for the caretaker right now, and they talk for them, you know, they give leaks. Put things then fine.
The dance all the twist.
Yeah, but that dance, I love that dance, man. But Alpha Khan the dance pass and Prince Adin.
Hey.
Prince Adin no look sabi dance.
Well, if I don't go land to caretaker because I'm the best dance man in the country right now.
But the bottom line, they can't the kotaria and that ballet dance. Yes, I see Alpha Khan. It they take time for him foot, but it been but it been there on top of the game. At least it's a dance fine. Prince Adin he be fitting a go boy and the dance. But that dance they be unique anyway. So now that same whole day, now in this person in the play for Ernest by Koroma. You know, so we use this time now for say Kushe and Kabo to Abdullahi Bereti. You know, we at first have been civil society, go inside as if we don't team up stronger one pan students, union politics, a kind inside the national politics, doing your own things them, move from the Ministry of Information. I hope I get a right and take on the Talkman position for the caretaker, former caretaker. So Abdullahi Bereti, Kushe and Kabo, welcome to Riyadh.
Thank you very much, Segme Pierre and Bebure Kablai. I really appreciate this opportunity for Una host me today. Indeed, today is the first time rather for Una give me this opportunity, and I remain very humble for that.
Thank you, Mr. Abdullahi Bereti.
Okay, so we start the ball rolling. Generally speaking, how you go assess the political atmosphere right now inside the country? Please hold on. Thank you very much. We admin just don't catch up something. Sorry about that. Anyway, it mean just they say welcome, and this is not the first time for we host them in a very much humble for that one. And that's it just they say not say anything yet. Thank you very much, the smart admin. Thank you. Yes, your voice below. Now that's but we don't adjust them. So yes, how you go assess the political atmosphere right now inside the country?
And not good for we. Right now, we are very much concerned and worried. The reason being, we'll not get better term again for late June 24 camp. Today already don't be April the 3rd. And they can say when they go into elections, not necessarily in Sierra Leone. When I look at the history of elections in particularly Africa, you will able to tell, say, it will be very peaceful by waiting with a move, we left few months to the elections. But now we don't begin to see, even when the current SLPP government, then they contribute to a very large extent for make the situation very toxic for in our country. Because even when they not declare its campaign, we don't see them any side and go. Then they go and talk terrible things them about the APC. Then they create a situation of say, you know what? Kaila unaya, APC don't abandon una. They don't even get right, so let them come put a billboard naya. When somebody within a government in West, they go publicly, they go talk them kind of thing, and it is like they are already preparing the minds of the people and for say, if they can for put any signboard, una attack them because they're not supposed to put aya. That is wrong. We for name them and condemn them in no uncertain terms. Then we don't see trends where we see the deputy internal minister. If they go now one old TV na Sierra Leone, if they go talk say, you know what? Anybody will come for criticize them, then they make sure say they pull the full force of the law and crush people them. That is wrong because when you do that one, they remotely, they do what you would call, they embolden the security apparatus them for say afterwards, you know what? We one of who boss them, we are the deputy internal minister, we are directly that they in charge of the police, including the OSD, you they weaponize them by your statements that we make. And that's not good for we at all as a country. Because already we all don't see reports and we don't come out about Sierra Leone, we then call the fragility reports. A report where they say the state institutions and then but by the actions of the political players them, the state institutions them don't become a former self of themselves. I'm not going to say they happen overnight, but again, when you come into governance, you come with a promise, say it is a new direction. It means all the things them where you be don't condemn. When you come, you do them again, it become very, very cheap paradox. And for we, I not think say that is good for we in our country, and not good for we. Look at Amnesty International reports, the reports where them pull. Look at the State Department of the United States where them pull. When you combine all of this, that don't tell you, say, our democracy is what you call a fledgling democracy. Because we get key players them, where they're in government, including the president, who don't see videos them where people and say, anybody will challenge Madabio for a second time, then they make a demonstration like this.
In Kono.
Or say they will kill. When you do that now, a country like that, and then people then go scot-free, it means either implicitly or by complicitly, you as the states will hold the power, you they condone that thing and it's not good for we, because we now that make, even when the incident will happen at mile 38 yesterday, we of course now the thrust of this conversation, we see the calm and disposition, the maturity where Dr. Samuara don't where he exercise. That is what we need. And I repeat here, elections in our country not for be a question of life or death.
Okay, so that basically ask you this question. I mean, talk to a civil society person this morning where say you not go equate, you not go compare, opposition and the ruling government in terms of waiting and they do. For example, moving out, it not be necessary for let Samuara Kamara do a thing like this. But I ask something. The time where Una been in power, we been see incidents I think around Godrich Street. Ernest by Koroma and Marabio, then convoy meet up. But we see inside Ernest by Koroma play in role for letting just divert and then forget they not get any clash. No problem we know you one gunshot, no nothing. But we
in
find
fact,
out
I've been there at that convoy day that day.
Tell me something about that one, please.
Where the president's day, usually when in convoy they come, then they divert the traffic for let people able to give the president like a safe passage. For some odd reason, Madabio in your entourage, then stop them, then defy the police them, then kind of go face to face with the presidential convoy. As usual, the security of the president then candle. That's now other day where President Koroma demonstrates leadership qualities and maturity. Madabio and people in the argue, now he can't he say, una waiting, una left a leg go, let divert, let go, we in your trouble. No incidents not happen. In fact, who go to State House will end up laugh about it. Who say, why this man they behave so? Who no say he don't be head of state for a few months, but that was when the military government's been there. Who all be don't see when the military government's been there. Who dare you? We be say, for let you even go close to the convoy, then they kill you with impunity. And that impunity day, we still they see him today, even though it don't metamorphose from being a military person, the people and don't vote him in, supposedly he don't be president, we don't recognize him, we don't see situations suicide, even when ordinary accident happen. Imagine the first lady, they come on upline. Accident happened by Lunsar. Better then go intimidate them, fire na the village outside the accident happened. Up to this point, we don't know outside the driver of that truck and the apprentice outside them. I don't think say we dey in a lawless country. Accidents na accident. left the police them. It not mean say because you get a political clout or association with the powers that be, where accident happen, automatically now you the judge say, oh, before you remember, then don't skew the narrative, then say it was a political assassination. Assassinating you for what? Just be there. You are somebody by default, you become a first lady because you married to the president. And when you even go, you make certain key political statements when we border on the governance of the state, you will see say the president's not able to take action for even tame in wealth. And these are the issues we talk about, the dysfunctionality of the state.
So on this issue where you talk about, so between the first lady and that of the caretaker, let me talk about this. A lot of people get this argument, say the reason why a lot of people envy this woman because of the role where they play, very vibrant. And the last first lady not be that vibrant, not being exposed, not being that to do a lot of work them. Now I make not be people not be know they not be the same that much. And but this one now we find out say except if not present in that particular occasion day. But if he did na that occasion day, the president or the caretaker no go ever talk without he not talk first. How it been supposed by protocol? How it been supposed for they go on?
It's this is a very good point where a lot of people they overlook. It was good you brought it up. When you be a first lady, you for no say you become a first lady by virtue of the fact that you married to the president of a country. But that office in itself is not provided for in Cap 6 of 1991 Constitution. Therefore, anything you do there, you for always be mindful, say, no to me then elect. Nobody will envy the first lady. And we don't have any reason for envy him. If for anything, for respect him by virtue of the fact, say, he na the wife of the first gentleman of the country. But when a first lady, they go publicly say, you know what? Anybody we know to SLPP, not to true Sierra Leonean. Then how you want, that is a divisive comment. Uda, not even qualify for a judge for tell we Uda na Sierra Leonean and Uda not to Sierra Leonean. Leave that to the BATS and registrar office. Now then get that mandate there for determine because now then they issue BAT certificates. But for let you come, you slant politically say anybody we know to SLPP, not to true Sierra Leonean. Usa he put that thinking there.
But we see that we see that they happen right now. The treatment for SLPP member or supporter different from that of any other person.
Well, thank you. So that is divisiveness. And that divisiveness day is equally wrong for let the first lady come publicly and say, you know what, then why I look like so they can begin to mob justice. And when you come, you promote them kind of statements and they are not only hate crimes or rather hate speech, they in contravention of a constitution. Now that make when I can read people and they cite to constitution, of course, section 25 of chapter 3 of the constitution is very clear when it comes to freedom of speech. But Uda tell you say freedom of speech, because you didn't have power, you for be above the law. Because the rule of law say, irrespective of your status, the law for always be paramount. For let somebody come, if they say, you know what, we for do mob justice. I think say, if for anything, compared to CDI at Tunis, when our current National Publicity Secretary, we go na 98.1, it say if they continue for violate the rights of Sierra Leoneans, the APC go activate level 3. And the journalist was very professional. He pushed him a little bit. He said, when you say level 3, what you mean? He said, we they use the most democratic means for pull Madabiona government. The next thing, the arena and the Keragona CID. Then
so
we are.
I ask you this issue because we don't receive for the long term of the last month or so, their messages they are going to go on. The messages of divisiveness, the messages of and then they can peddle around politics, around tribal, regional, as and the most advanced one are the religious one where we don't see. So let me go into the international treaty then, because I know you get vast experience in that, and you don't work on the human rights side, as civil rights activist, and you don't work in the government. What in the law can say for who that they say certain things we go spark out something, we go lead out to something?
Thank you very much. This is very interesting. When it comes to human rights, I'm very passionate about human rights issues. Now that makes since I go Salon 2012, I be they teach international human rights na graduate school na Frobe College for free. Even up to where they left, now I end up come mark the grade sem for me master students. That class will get SLPP people and they. I been get students and when a member of parliament them for SLPP. I get police officers them. I get soldier man them. Now, when we look at international human rights, we they domesticate them in line with waiting we lost them as Sierra Leone say. For instance, the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Sierra Leone is a party to that. And under the
we sign and we go by them.
We forgo by them. And same way, so if you go to Article 19 of that declaration day, it guarantees the freedom of speech then. And that freedom of speech in Article 19 of the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights, if you go see them, where they make them domesticate them in Chapter 3, Cap 6 of our 1991 Constitution.
In other words, the domestication,
in Section 25.
We take them from the international law and put them inside we all law say na part of we.
Thank you very much. In the under Section 25. But we for also be mindful, say, USA you right stop, are they the right of the other person they start. And even when you go to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, all of this, and you go to the Malabo Declaration on Good Governance, where na ECOWAS, you go to the African Charter, you will see very clear provisions on good governance, democracy, and human rights. So all of this, Sierra Leone is a party to them, and it's therefore become very smelly. For then we get people after they don't commit violations they don't even commit abuses then they come for try for justify them. I know what Sidonaya tell you say during we own time, we not get challenges them with the security forces them. But the only good thing is we they hold them accountable. That is the basic difference. When you look at the killings in Napademba Road, up to Usa Sidon Sunaya today, the only reports we don't come out. Now waiting the correctional service, then pull. The independent committee we're supposed to investigate 30 days because the government's not getting appetite, not interested for let people come, they hold them accountable.
And the prisons department we pull that, the correctional service we pull that report the independent committee supposed for investigate that particular correctional service day. So by
even
law,
the composition
where they investigate supposed for pull report until we happen.
That is prejudicial in law.
But the government
because at the same time, you now somebody already when a person of interest or an institution of interest in waiting don't happen. In essence, you are a party to the event will happen, the crime scene. How will we bring you back inside for be part of the people for can investigate? They just see about thief man, you go bring them back, say let investigate itself. So that it tells you how this government's not serious when it comes to issues of human rights. And secondly, look what happened recently. All of this is combined, they tell you, say, we're not in a safe zone at all as we move into the June 24. Look what happened last August. Even in a national tragedy like that, you see divisiveness. People then come, then they complain, say, thing then tranga na the country. The next thing the president, as usually, not in the country, because a young passion is to fly all around the world. And not been there. Then where it go, the next thing, it go create what you call exaggeration. It say na insurrectionist, it say na people and when a terrorist, and he also go extremely, it say na APC, na the day behind that. After that, even in a national tragedy, they see the divisiveness. Then take 6 police officers then give them civic burial. Then the civilians then go put them in a mortuary in the most despicable ways. Then their families, then they go for even go identify them, they don't get the wherewithal. At the end of the day, after you don't go say na APC, you say na terrorist then, na insurrectionist. It is one, you dey shy for take responsibility, say the country and economy, they in zero, it's terrible right now. And two, when you look at the thing, you go put the cart before the horse. You don't already go make a pronouncement, you don't indict. Then the next thing, you say they can't set up an investigative committee. Where do we go?
We can't talk about that investigative committee because a lot of things then they themselves they talk about reports right now where we're not able to see it. But we move away quickly from that and go to the most recent and most pressing one within at the ground right now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ability, for joining me in the family house as we get plenty family members them. We na Sierra Leoneans them right now where they watch you. Of course, on YouTube right now we get 671 family members them. But please, with family members them, the likes wanna increase them for we because we just get 174 likes. And on Facebook also, when I'm a brother in your area, then we can make mods for me. We'll be there. You get almost 466 people and really watch, and the likes now it beats me because it get 240 likes. We don't like now Facebook. Now we cross the ball over Mr. Bereti. We see an incident where happened yesterday. Usai una flag bearer under the APC political party, when are the main opposition na the country right now. We see Usai he come out oversee come na Lunge Usai then welcome him. He get some dinner there and talk to him people them. He decide for not use the ferry. He take the Putloko road. No problem. He come the Berry Junction and other places them. No problem. The convoy be so peaceful. But as he reached na mile 38 yesterday, sorry, we see an incident where happened there where the police them get for block him and fire tear gas them to the people there, but the people not be run yesterday. The fearful part of it, we see inside the police with a pump heavy tear gas under Samuara Kamara in Yon Motoka. How you would describe that kind of incidents that we happened yesterday?
I think say I will just reiterate the press release where my own party, the APC, don't pull. We condemn such an act in no uncertain terms. Now cowardice, now they finance the police. State resources are being used to maintain the police. Their own role is to maintain peace and order and protect lives and property. As you say, from Lunge Airport, Usa will get a heavy security. Dr. Samuara Kamara move a camp between Lunge for Kamna Potloko, you get not less than 2 checkpoints then go through, no issues not happen. Then camp Potloko, no issues not happen. Take them camp. So why una for go provoke somebody? We're so peaceful. And the convoy, not to like say they rally, they not they buy anything, then they inside the motorcar. Why una for go do an attempted assassination on somebody when are the expected presidents for we country? Because when you look at the trends right now where they happen in our country, Dr. Samuara Kamara, with all the terrible things that we don't happen in that country, the people their motive we can say they don't be fine. So I think say the governments don't know that
wait, Mr. Abdullahi. Plenty people can go down to that one day mean in the Creole level be fine, because I think a different language you talk to this one.
Of course, in Timni, it means the people are not tired.
Okay.
You don't quiz the people them. You don't quiz them. Tell like in English, how they say you don't push somebody to the wall. So at the end of the day, I make you see yesterday, even within the targets and the fire, then fire live bullets them, the people are not wrong. They say, you know what, we are peaceful citizens them, who leader, when a Dr. Samuara don't tell them, say, as far as in concern, a peaceful and that it entreat all in supporters them. And for every Sierra Leonean for that matter, for now we go into these elections in the most peaceful manner. I think say, I they look forward to President Bio, may he just come publicly and say, you know what? This elections not to a question of die or pauper. Anybody will go commit crime in the name of SLPP and on my behalf, me as president and my party will not go defend that person there. I'm looking forward to President Bio to make
Mr.
that.
Abdullahi, you think say upon all the things that we don't happen, Caretaker Bio not ever come and talk. You expect or think say Caretaker Bio they come out with a statement like this? The caretaker bill will
Well, and see, they can say if wishes were horses, the beggar will ride one.
Yeah.
Now, me don't wish that, because will come on a platform say you are the father of democracy. And democracy is not just about voting during elections. Democracy will get what you call the political sovereignty in the state, which means the people them now they get power, now they entrust power to you. And it then at the preamble of 1991 Constitution very clearly.
So I feel like when they talk more of book, more of laws, but I'm not sure that the apologo state to practical or thing where they happen at the ground man. Caretaker bill normally can say APC not good for themselves, they're not good for this country. Then we see Usai, you don't talk about that, you make brief reference to that one day in the beginning. Lahai Lawrence Lima, the other part where I would just add, now say they give direct instruction to the police and the security apparatus, the security forces them, for let them take care of anybody we want for bring disruption or we want for disturb the peace of this country. And one way I use for describe the action is for crush them. And we see yesterday, directly the policeman and the fire like when in a war. Yeah, right under. And we know say them mutuka and they na fear. Imagine if that day be don't explode by that person day, it mutuka no go open, not to the end of him.
You know what's the good thing about all what they talk so? The statements and way them people here that they make, we they collate them, we they document them, and we they able time will come, whether they in governance or who don't pull them in governance, they will be accountable for their statements and they, because we they able to use the statements they are making, would link them to the violence within our country right now. Because imagine, by right, you're not just one small deputy minister. For let you begin go talk, say you give instructions. Would I tell you, say, now you get a mandate for let you give instructions to the police. And this is where I will continue for indict the police, because at the end of the day, the police, they're not supposed to take instructions from politicians. And that statement, they was even made very clear during the first Minister of Justice of President Bio, Winner Charles Magai, when a very respectable lawyer. He go get a meeting with the police then. The hierarchy, they say, you know what? I am telling you as Minister of Justice and Attorney General, una defy any instructions from above, least directives from any politician, including me, for let una go arrest people. The next thing I fire them, fire them. That firing alone is symbolism. Now, message President Biogi say, listen, we know the work that kind of rule of law we one can do. As far as I'm concerned, my psyche, my mentality, yes, we are living in a democracy, but we have the power. Look what happened August 10th.
Before you go to the August 10th, you saw this thing where you make mention of or you make reference to. So I think this way we be no, but we don't forget them.
Me know they forget.
The first action of Caretaker to enforce Attorney General. Maybe
yes.
people not be understand why he's second.
People not be understand, but these are the reasons. Some of we. Yes, we the day I didn't at the diaspora, but Pastor tell you say physically now in Canada. I am in Sierra Leone. Every day I they spend a lot of money, talk to different sectors them, economy contacts them, why get why be in governance. They give me and are they able to put me journalistic cap where somebody tell me something, I they call other side for verify. For just to make sure, say, when I come on here, they talk, at least if they fact check, what they say, it is real. So, all length there, is wrong. You go take tear gas. You know, say na Dr. Samuara Kamara, you know, say na in convoy. You go fire. You even do live bullets them. Why all that? Waiting. Now, then they go make SLPP come back na power? No. SLPP, the reason waiting make them they come out, so can't pull them now because of one, the bread and butter issues that when they address, they're not able, and two, the rife human rights violations. These are the two issues. That thing for go intimidate supporters them, no they make Madabio win that elections in Sierra Leone. That thing for say APC not for go put poster na Kailaun, no they make them SLPP win election in Sierra Leone. Let us talk about issues.
I love that. Let me talk about issue. That's not the invitation. Or not the thing that the way Caretaker Biobi don't call everybody say It's you know, it's map na state house and say, I don't do from A to Z. Please, una no fair, una no do nothing. Anybody who want to talk about politics, call and say, let's talk about issue. Not talk about what you don't do and what they don't do. You think say then get message right now? Because from waiting they see, most of the message where they see na APC na Kamakwe party. APC no Kamakwe road. APC not good for themselves. They're not good for the country. If I catch a man, get up a court.
Not to that safe. Sengbe Pierre, you know, I can always tell people in me many years in political science studies, I tell people and say, when you don't get message, tangible, clear message for the electorates, you they resort to the use of hate speech, you they resort for create fear in the minds of the people, you they come with intimidation tactics, then you they always either increase your convoy for say yes. Look video they come out. If na serious country, presidential guards who see them and they drink, they hold them, gun them, then they say they were not for Tolombo. Anybody will stagger, let them.
State lodge.
Thank you. So I'd expect, say, the CDS, if not an independent person, the chief of defense staff, all them people in there, with that video surface, they should have been called immediately. But look at the human rights violations in our country. An artist like LJ, with a just done sentence, where you olam, the next thing in dreads, you don't know how personalized that dreads they be to them. They're not even convicted on it. They're not even charged on it. The next thing, the former IGP, in his own very infantile statement, he said they get standard operating procedures. They ask him, what are these SOPs that you're talking about that are not where the public not aware about? Up to this point, nobody not even come for all them people in their responsibility. But for me, the only consolation I have is we are collecting all of these evidences. Just like what happened in Ivory Coast, after so many years, then go after people them na the ICC. After all waiting don't happen na Guinea, then all people them for be accountable. To me, that is my consolation. For now, let them go. Then they're having a fanfare, but they always tell them, say, listen, APC be done in a power for 10 consecutive years. Eventually in 2018, we not in a power. Why una feel say una get for the for forever? Why won't they do anything? Una not they do it with compassion. Una not they try for doing within the ambit of the law. But rather, even when they see corruption at the Africanist press, instead of them come for defend, for pull a press release in the most civilized way, in an engaging manner, na back talk na they give. When people then cry for petrol, they say no to them they manufacture. Sierra Leone they produce petrol. How is that the way you govern Sierra Leoneans? We are the political sovereigns in the state. We are the masters in that country. Whether it is APC, whether it is SLPP, or even I know we'll call that defunct NGC. But NGC we almost done because Kanda Yom Kela they don't scam them. They scam them.
Anyway, like I go to another issue. You know, if you talk just about the military, you know, we see there are set of people in the military come and pull word, but they not do anything. But we see outside the military, the defense dismiss a female, you know, personnel because they say it creates a political group where now the opposition group they dismiss them instant. But the other people they not dismiss.
Then you left the one them.
Yeah. So then again, it boiled down to the word of the first lady say now only Udana SLP in two Sierra Leonean.
Well, me go tell the first lady, say, one, it not qualify for judge who is a Sierra Leonean. It not get that moral fortitude there. I go talk I'm here, and when I'm in Sierra Leone, I will also say it. It not qualify by any dimension. Okay? If for anything, now instead for say because
but we see that in as much as it not qualify, but we see that like the military they talk about. So you make reference of the presidential guards. They not do nothing to them, but that's woman will create a political group, then sack an instant. They say no for mixed man politics.
Well, it is part of the divisiveness where the SLPP don't bring us Sierra Leone. Where we say, you see say, even the August 10th demonstrations, you see say before you remember, say the president's reach, he used that as an opportunity for reshuffle people in the military. Mm-hmm. He pulled them, he retired people, some people a very premature one, then he bring in and code them. But you know what? They always say, let people then go into history. Let them go read how the Arab Spring began. Let them go read what happened at Sudan, al-Bashir with all in military regalia and how powerful it was. At the end of the day, the power of the people is powerful past the people and within a power. I believe in that 100%. So President Biyo for know that one day. I remember then saying they have the whole campaign for good governance. I just done from Bay College. Then saying they would try for let get peace in the country. That thing, peace before elections or whatever, where he make the palace school. At the end of the day, he won't go again for saving too money. In one law, we get first peace before election. Now saying a lie. At the end of the day, the people then force. Now income will end up forget elections. The same thing with Fode Sanko. It may not be the make.
So you get expand this thing before you go to Fode Sanko. I hear you talk say when Marabio sets a palace school, it be actually one for let them get peace before election. In other words, it be one for continue for day before they do election.
That's
but the people say no, you need for do election first before we get peace. But how comes in tell we now say now in stand up and say no, because according to Ram in explanation, it says Strasser been say then for do first and peace, then for day first, then for even continue. Now he say no, we need for handover. And that's exactly
what we tell you.
Well, you know what? Our country, who for able for challenge people them, who for able for come and facts check people them, who for able for challenge them. Because irrespective of the political position with them all, as a Sierra Leonean, I get rights for all me president accountable by in statements the way they make, by in actions the way they make. Just like what you want to do so. I remember then telling them, I was very close. Me a part of the civil society people in NTND. I was also a student leader. So at the end of the day, what you say? Then one go change the list. Then we go na been too many one. Where Mother Bio don't make the palace school. That list day now insist as civil society say that same people and we then go where they say we want elections before peace. Because they not be understand, say, peace is a process. It's not a one-time thing. All academic research don't point to that. It's not a one-time thing. So now say, well, you know what? We'll go back Bintu Mani too. We'll go Bintu Mani too. That same list of people and we go Bintu Mani one and therefore go back. So we insisted, where the people and go back, if Mother Bio not be one for Leo, it subverts the democracy. The question is, why should we even go for Bintu Mani 2? Why should we go for Bintu Mani 2? Bintu Mani 2 was, we wanted to continue to prosecute the war to a logical conclusion. That was the military language. And the people said, no, we are not going there. We want elections now so that the democratically elected government will come and go usher we and fight the peace. And indeed, now that happened. Eventually, when we hold the elections in 1996, now in the US government sent Jesse Jackson. That now all go down the meeting in American embassy, that time in about 43. Now in that time, now Jesse Jackson go give the US imposition say the way out for this conflict is through the table. Now, the peace negotiations and begin from Yamoussoukro to Lomé up to we end now to the Lomé peace agreement of 1997.
So when you talk, see the boss things them to the way most of we know, if we know aware or we don't know, I don't even know side of put, but we make and clear say we know aware of that day. But Mother Bio, go fend. Listen, Mr. Bereti. Mother Bio na go fend for the Sanko. Now he say we for sit down at table and power and make peace. Now that it tell we.
You know how that they come?
Tell me.
It came after the palace school. To justify the palace school was to go and say, you know what, afterwards, when I trust me, I can bring peace. Look at me, I don't count for this uncle. And at the end of the day, we all see January 6, 1999. That Kamud and Cow to rebel them. You see the mayhem because it was an unholy alliance. At the end of the day, waiting happened in our country, January 6, 1999. I was also there. I witnessed it. So you see, these are the issues where some people not feel comfortable for talk about. For me, I have spoken about them in the classroom. I've spoken about them as a civil society person. as a journalist, even when I travel, go Libya, when I go investigate the RUF, that time I still live from a college. When I come, I publish na Expo Times, the name and the places them where Sanko train. The calls them where I get them 10 a day. People say, but boy, you're not afraid for your life. I said, no, I'm just doing my work as a journalist. I was very small. And of course, eventually they began for invite we na CID, then 10 and they have been there Expo Times, me and late Jonathan Lee, then go arrest we, put we. So many issues there. So for me, I did talk from a position of being there, including the search for peace, where the Lome Peace Agreement come, we organization campaign for good governance. Now we then give the mandate for disseminate them all across the country for let we get civil society buy-in. That was when I ended traveling the length and breadth of Sierra Leone. No sign of the one not go.
Okay, so this talk we don't can talk. So I remember recently in AYV, one of the reasons we make them sack that lecturer for big college now because of he say Marabio not to the father of democracy. I hope say yourself CID not going to invite you.
No, for me, I'm used to that. I don't hold me boku time. I'm used to that.
Okay.
But they will not.
All right. Mr. Berete, make I reverse you small. You be reach at a point where they tell the people, say, una don't dey na power for good 10 years. Most of the things them right now way they happen and nobody happen. And also in una own time of ruling caretaker bio, we don't go ahead and block the former caretaker way na Ernest by Koroma. Una go back to the state house, una end up for put on a table, una laugh. But this caretaker, we see Usai where it take power. Amendment party, in first party where he visit na Museveni.
Uganda.
And Museveni na the president where up to now as we talk, we know waiting it they do to the opposition. It is suppress them better one. So for that man there for be caretaker bio in party.
Not a party in menton.
In menton, thank you. You don't think say na they it they go take sense for see the way and man I they copy the style of Museveni for can suppress so it able to continue in sitting in that parliament there?
Well, nowadays we can say we need smart leaders. When I say smart leaders, you can go be a friend with whatever person. But if you're able for come and weigh, if they give you advice where you know say, because the condition in Uganda and the condition, the political condition in Sierra Leone, not two different conditions then. So if they go give you advice, if you come, where you come, you weigh, you look at the political equation. Now that will inform you, say, let me do this or not. Because you come on a platform, the manifesto of the SLPP, where you read them, they tell you, say, you know what? I will respect human rights of Sierra Leoneans. Even though it is there in the constitution, now a further commitment. Now that make way they call Bintumani 3 for say them they want to make a national peace cohesion committee. You see one of the renowned lawyers then, when Ambassador Michael, he come, he speak truth to power. At the end of the day, then literally lynch him. What did that one they tell you? That tell you say, you can go make party, but if you're able to know how you for all your people them out of compassion, how do I serve? If me, I don't preside over a country today where the $100 US now 2,088,000 leons, you ask yourself, how much are they pay workman then? How come bag rice? It don't dare pass the salary of one workman. The president, if he go sit down in social work, will go to call empathy. When you they rule with empathy, you they put yourself in the shoes of that man waiting at the ground. When you do that, you go able to say, you know what? But tap this angry, man, not kill people again as some. So irrespective of the party.
We say with the way how things they go up so right now in the country, you're not going able to save the people of Salon.
No.
Well, I think say now one commitment, now one honest thing since we remember where it talk. That was a very honest statement. And because of that honest statement, this, of course, are a call on Sierra Leoneans for galvanize, for calm, and no say the only alternative party right now that can come and try for reverse and improve the lives of the people, now the APC. No doubt about that.
But you see, every day they give you back talk. For example, in 2018, when the Medina the presidential debate, it tell we say the bag of rice now being 60,000 during Tijanka buying time, and during Unatemo on the left, now 200,000, but now 600,000. Now, when people in the talk say, bruh, the rest don't come up from 200 now na 600. It tell we play once after the August 11. Waiting, we want to do. If we want for letting go tell the Chinese man who they plant the rest, we then cow the rest, let them cancel the price where we want. They're not getting nothing for do.
That is being insensitive to the plight of Sierra Leoneans. And I'm repeating, when you have a leader who is not empathetic to the suffering of the masses, imagine even in an international media like the BBC, they say, Mr. President, the people them come, they say part of the suffering where they go through, the economic downturn of the country, we be say, one bag rice don't go 650, yabas don't there, sugar. The man, they say, now because you they fly. The man even give it back talk. He say, with the jealous some as Sierra Leoneans, now make you say they fly. He say, well, nine say, are you going to continue to fly? Say, yes, I'll continue to fly. So you can see insensitivity. And that's insensitivity, say, we go tell us, say, we are Sierra Leoneans. We are sensitive enough. The back talk, they will don't get them. And we'll make sure, say, low yam time, since he don't admit, honestly, say he not able, then let come out. Now make her they see way, then they desperate, every opportunity then go, they say, oh, APC, that. You know what? The people then, I hope say no more this government will no say, the collective forces them where they against them, it is not just APC. Now the people then don't tire.
Okay.
The killing them, they don't tire. The suffering, they don't tire. The bread and butter issues that we then they say they will address in 6 months' time with a kind of power, including even the school fees. They form them, the application forms them for university students, where they say will be free. 30 days, me people are waiting at university, 30 days, no reforms. So you scam the people them through political rhetoric. That is a scam.
Okay, I'll get two things the way Naim Mada be allergic to. I'll come let you talk about them quickly. But before that, we get on Facebook 995 people.
YouTube.
Sorry. Allow me to flex.
No, YouTube. No can't teach me people there. Go there.
Okay, we'll take them. Bible and Famble na YouTube. They get 995, 5 more to 1,000 with 300 likes. But please, Bible just they make much for nothing. The likes not even reach 600 yet.
As you don't talk that one day, so in 30 seconds, watch what's in the happen.
When I make I tell them now for let them know say they need for
sister admin this na tongue for
yes. So 985 with 307. So please let's join by boy. Una please increase the likes. Una give it 600. Yeah, 999. Just 1 to 1,000 now. Yeah, with only 300
in 30 seconds before they come on Facebook.
Okay, let's go Facebook quick. Let's see Facebook quick. Let's go. Facebook we get 583 where they watch. Not only number we they talk about. Now how people they respond. Not a number. So forget. I know what you are talking on a part 3. Okay, 585 with 428 likes. And I need to shout. I talk small. We get. I need to talk louder. We get 591 with 432 likes.
No, they understand.
So please, una like and share on Facebook. Okay, let's see if your family member they don't shame for you. No, one thing we are no power your family member them when they watch something very interesting, then they watch.
No, I blame somebody.
No, he did.
Mr. Abdullah Bibi, I blame. It make the people relax, they enjoy the program. Just educate we for even click the like button on that.
Then don't forget. Then I enjoy. Anyway, now we don't go to 1,012 with 360. You know, by the way, honestly, I don't like for talk this, but today, as I talk about that number there, I feel confident now for talk say. I not say about other issue, but political issue. This platform now the biggest threat now.
Let's feel, you know.
No, I swear, I not ever feel that way there before. But
I don't blame you. You know, can't take a bill.
Yes, I can get it.
Now that same feeling you get.
Yes.
Take it you.
So I'm very much confident for talk now. Say we get the biggest, viewers when it comes to discussing issue with or without guests.
Confirm.
Okay, so I'm very much happy, and I want to tell Una where to watch. Thank you very much because Una don't make this thing happen. I remember the told just begin with 5, 10. We put 100 people they watch. We say, hey,
say the 10 way the first lady of Mama Salon begin pull inch per week.
And I tell you, he said some people don't
You know how to talk because
No, I'm not going to talk. Some people don't put more power. We don't even get 100 subscribers or followers there. But anyway, we thank God for that. Right now, not to 100, 1,000 we talk about. Thank you very much.
We're talking of 70,418 family members.
And that reminds me, we get about 504 people and we don't join me for the first time, they don't subscribe it. And we get 70,419. Thank you very much to the latest family member who don't join me. But please, we still get 500. By the time we end this program, we don't get 70,900 subscribers on Facebook, on YouTube. Because on Facebook right now, we chase 50 grand. If we not reach
we move.
If we not reach 50 grand, but we'll check up, we'll see. So please, 21. Thank you very much to the one that will just unsubscribe. The 2 latest family members. Let's go. We still get 500 members. We're not subscribers. Let me go. This one for take me to 70,900. Mr. Beatty, I don't know if not true thing this I want to ask you. But now waiting me observe. Now I really want to put to you. I find out say this government, I don't want for just a matter bill, but this government allergic to 2 things. Anytime when they see them 2 things, then they happen. Then they bet, and then they use all their power for make sure say that thing will not happen again.
You're right.
Number 1, na crowd. They don't foresee opposition crowd. And then number 2, na a particular word. That word where they say matter must go. As they hear that word they so.
Trouble on for
them. They no want them to. Then 2 things and they're allergic to them. What do you think about this? Because I don't know. Like I say, it might be me own way how I look at things. I don't know if you self don't observe that thing.
You know what? I can always say, any politician, you no need for free.
So just continue for they make you point, okay?
No politician not for free in shadow. When you afraid you shadow, it means 1, you don't demonstrate incompetence, and 2, you're not too sure of yourself. That's lack of confidence. It's not there. Because at the end of the day, matter must go. If you don't work for the people, then, if you don't really work for the people and for Sierra Leoneans, then, like I remember 2012 elections where me go, the message where President Koroma Bingiwi say that is my line of thinking, it been very clear. He say una know what, who they go na the campaign then. He say if una feel say I don't work, I know can't tell una say I don't achieve all what I put na my manifesto. But if una feel say are they on track and are they move forward this country, una give me a second opportunity. The people voted for him resoundingly with no runoff. So right now, Mother BO and government are very edgy. What it make you feel say, even though they not declare campaign it, you see them, they even go pull school picking there. Then they can't get at them. Even sanitary parts way for be just quite one go get to principals them una do a designated place na the school girl picking the way need then go take they politicized it.
We see the financial sector all they in a state now.
They only pan campaign which is against the Public Service Commission.
Yeah, but owner self been they go and work and visit.
Well, where they raise the concern. In fact, the first thing we do. They say, oh, then they see the president, they go, where they use government motorcar. We stopped. We say no more government vehicle, not for go. So you got to listen to the voice of, and the BO government not able to understand, say, the voices of the opposition, the voices of the ordinary person, not part of democracy. It is to hold them accountable because we entrust them with power for exercise power over we, and in return, therefore, subjects themselves say, we for hold them accountable. That is a social contract. So, as soon as they say, Mother BO for go, the next thing you see say, we don't jump. Now, in the campaign boss, they don't go. Even then, they are. Imagine you they try for go talk to people. Them. The chief minister, they go say, this place where me don't cancel. Somewhere, I think, na been Tonko. He say then car free, then they don't make this road there for me. Hey, boo, why you go cause opposition say na car free them? Waiting that day, is that going to add value to your campaign? Is that now that they go make people vote for you? No, you are only stoking the embers of discontent and create a situation where you make people at them flare. And we know once that's our country. We don't go through a very, very, very serious war in our country from 1991, March 23rd, until when Bakaba declared, said the war done 2002. And when you go to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report, it's very clear. We, the politician, them, no, we mind what you they talk to supporters them. If me come say, I will all cutlass, I will go fet, you supporters then they take the cue. So if they say madam must go, don't be edgy. You say you don't achieve your manifesto, now bonya you they give it now. You say you don't give it new terminal, or some people that you supporters and say new airport. So at the end of the day, if you feel say that day now will make who vote you, then why you for be edgy? Because the matter must go is a political statement that through the ballot box, the people are going to say, with all the intimidation, with all the human rights violations, Dr. Samuara Kamara is the alternative for let we come position with country again, with all the bad press we don't get, with their reports that we don't come on. We need Dr. Samuara Kamara for come, for let we able to work with them and put our country again in image, so that not to just go travel, they travel every minute, then at the end of the day, look at the way they don't dance the image of a country.
So
I'm a very
let's talk about bread and butter quickly before we open phone line for people. Them, on the issue of the bread and butter, we find out say this government always they talk about subsidy, then they subsidize seriously for on rice. In fact, Madabi will tell the BBC say rice they not get no tax on rice, and then on the fuel and other things them. But I think I will try for ask you the other day, and I want to ask you again. How we can tell like when a government is subsidized in fuel and food stuff.
The subsidy basically when the food stuff then come, we call them the essential commodities. In this part of the world, like in the Western world, the people then they pay tax. Government can come in, they give through rebates, either through your climate change, then they send you small thing away months done, then kind of thing. And they government will say, okay, you know what? If we suppose for take tax, when 500 per barrel, we will say, well, we will not take that tax. That money, they even will not take them, you earn. The fact say you not great take them alone for let you put on the consolidated revenue fund, that alone is part of subsidy. Then the the cash subsidy, now where like you say, every barrel where they come, we forget $100 as a government. Then it's okay for subsidize, we were able to put the price down. Instead of we take $100, as a 70, we they take only $30, so that the importers then will take a break. That and you contribute for let them not increase the price. Because don't forget, say, the people when they bring the petroleum products, now businessman them. Then they go buy for cancel and make profits. And out of that buy and sell, they when they count them, government they also tax them. So when government say, okay, will not they take tax, will they reduce them? That you don't subsidize. So with the view say you will able to control the price in that essential commodity. So, but you see the back talk what they give me, they say not to Sierra Leone they produce petroleum. You see, you always they give them back. About not a new thing. I remember 2007. Me not be in the salon, but I follow. That's they are the right now, the patriotic vanguard. We then go na Abacha Street to then together and then go to rest.
Yes, they put that rest there na trailer, Eastern Police.
Thank you. So you see, all the history then they fresh na some of we minds them. We know they forget them. So now I make Arike always say, you know what? We need a country where the politicians then will be compassionate. And for being compassionate, you for put yourself inside the shoes of the suffering people. Then.
But I'll ask you again. In 2018, from 2007 to 2018, Unabi actually they produce rest of the country, Unabi produce fuel because Marabi and in team, they actually they tell the people of the country say rest down there and na una responsible for that day. Fear don't there, and now una responsible for that day. I remember Ben Kelfala as a video they go continuously the ACC commissioner, where been there na one organization where they call Renaissance. Yes, it's when the the government don't fail in the social contract. The people need for ask question. The people need for come out and ask because fear don't there, rest on there, and all the things them where they make people in life happy don't go up. But now they always talk about the world market.
You know what? I can always talk say we get what you call political economy. They talk about world forces of demand and supply. Fair enough. But the question is, what are you doing internally for make sure say you stem that tide? We did it. I remember we come with the economic rationalization thing in our state house. We'll say even for we all meeting them, MDAs them for all meeting them at their office, may they no go rent hall. For travel, for make sure say you cut off all renting in it. Then we can't get a president. I read the Africanist press the day before yesterday. We then give we the figure where just the president and enforced the how much they spend about $3 million in per diem and traveling. So imagine the bank governor, the former bank governor, we just don't run away. In back tell we say they don't put $68 million in be mispronounced, I say bribe. Me no say it is an injection into the economy for support the importers then so that the essential commodities are not going to be shorted. What thing we been do? Even though one increase the fuel, we go right round, including Kaila Nkotbare. I was there. The president gave me the message. He said, out of respect, before we increase this thing, we go engage the chief them, the people them, may we explain where this is coming from. Now that make by the time we come, even when the Renaissance movement and they call for demonstration, that end in the that Black Monday where they go, now just a handful go. Because we don't already take the opportunity for go explain. But this government know they talk to the people. And when you know they talk to the people then say, then we'll talk to them June 24 by loudly kicking out the SLPP and MADABIO and give the APC an opportunity for transform this country.
I remember on the same field, I think when I've been come out Kenny or so, when we see a lot of people being gathered, the alapa una fear no day.
Yes,
no
yes,
day.
yes,
But exactly. This we not see anybody being concerned about the crowd. Nobody no Allah or beats them. But I remember now around Clienttown, Marabio be going to Clienttown. Then just one labourer, then I was say labourer, they want the way they do where they taught now wataki. Just one go and say, Mother, we angry. The security guy in hit her with his gun na in head. He bleed him.
Well, you know what? That one they not a news story again. Now all their reports that make the government see them they strenuously try for defend the human rights reports from Amnesty International and the U.S. State Department. But they're not able to defend them because all the arguments and when they advance, all they melt in quicksand. Because when somebody come, if me sit down here, the professional journalist that we me know na be, if I can't talk say, then go attack Pademba Road, una no say una go able fact check am, una no say it's a fact. If I say then go kill na McKinney for generator, if I tell you say then go kill na Tombo, if I tell you say then go kill na Tonko Limba, if I tell you say then kill na Lunge, if I tell you say that they arrest people then, we demonstrate just because Tintrang are the country, then go keep them arbitrarily with no charges. Not a story. So to me, when the state weaponize the state securities then they commit human rights violations and they know they hold them for account, that is what you get. And today, even when we get party in the US, within the government, then they call we, the journalists them across the world, they say, what happened with your country? I thought your country has gone through this phase already by virtue of the war. So to me, it is a very scandalous report where every Sierra Leonean for be concerned about, including me, even though we pull on beyond party politics. Now we look at this report as patriotic Sierra Leoneans. When we look at that angle, nobody know gladly we are a very patriotic Sierra Leonean. For say we get such despicable human rights report, we can. I remember when they say Sierra Leone is the most peaceful country in the sub-region, some of we would talk from the Global Peace Index, we are gladly because na good thing they come from our country.
But this government is saying now, una not they give them chance for let them perform well.
Well, you know what? It's just about way people and then are hosts. You trust his laws. You have always for say your roommates now left the door open. The bottom line here is mother and in government, they're not able to run this country.
Thank you very much. Continue for the week. Something that I will ask you, but before that one day, I want to ask you about one popular thing. Because the reason why, I don't want to talk about them, but I will talk about it again because I don't hear it come with them. And I will link you to briefly the audit report on that particular issue, just on that issue there. So I will link her with the president, the audit report, and the ACC, okay? But hold on, please. We actually want for appeal again. We get 1,074 na YouTube we watch with 461 likes. Please, we need more people for like. And on the same YouTube, we don't get now 70,426. We get more people than we not subscribe yet. So please, if you not do yet, subscribe now and turn on the notification. We get plenty way for go. We want by the time we reach to April, May, we for don't get 200,000. May 200,000 because we get messages them. And I tell you now, by the time we go to June, no sleeping, no nothing. We dey go full time. So we get for time get for the camera, get for the catch on camera, we dey sleep. But no mind, we're not gonna mind the caricature we get for the go on. As long as we sit here and pass the information where you get for your we get for the go on that mood day. So please let me know say you get for stick. This time we are on YouTube and on Facebook. My name is Pierre, the Freedom Fighter. On Facebook, we get right now 600 and 590 where they watch with 547 likes. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to share the program as well. And then 3 days ago, we will launch a campaign here. Who say one with sister been get problem with the hand, then cut the hand. Now the problem don't come back now in foot. In foot gets very big sore. And well, we play in video one time now, and then we say, okay, we want to take up this thing. Interestingly, in just one day when we launch the thing, we able to get $820. Una not can make we shame at all. Once now for help people, them una always the show we say una love una country and una always there with we. So this lady right now, a lot of people don't begin send. We don't actually pass that money there. So what do we do? On Sunday, we send for 600 and something thousand or 600,000. I can't remember. I go watch through in waiting. I just see. And they make sure say it send for me anything where we transact because we always want follow you trust we with every single money we do give. Mr. Bete, do you forgive me and wait for a small number? Yeah?
Sure.
Let we help for save this with sister in life. Quick one. So, una send money then to we where we actually don't strive for put in place. But before I count the money them, let me watch this video again and remember la one una some of una when it go down to in foot in case you're not person where you know one for see them things then they you know it gets sauna in foot where it go on for show. If you know one for stay please when it come avoid from that moment please we don't want to follow you get yourself mixed up so people don't like for sit down there. But I just want to warn you in advance, yeah. So if when it comes, say, including me foot, please, if you want, turn, and then you go to peep small and go and come, you know. But I will try for make sure so I put your logo na that particular side so in case. But it gets a very big sore, and we try for his money. Tomorrow I forgot hospital, but before I come to that day, let me and you go back and watch this particular video, and then we'll come back for I can talk about this.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, partner in the world. You know, una sister. They ask for help. I sick. Close to a year now, I get a problem with my arm. With this being called a rotting. Say they amputate this hand and cut them off the puller. Now the amputation ain't done well. As you can see now, it done well. But the problem now is the foot. You know, this foot don't extend to the same left foot. Now the foot back won't start as soon as I can see. This foot they give me a lot of problem. I'm not able to sleep. I get sleepless night. I'm not able to eat. I'm not able to do anything. Anything person do for myself. I'm not able to sleep. They leave him. So yeah, at the ask for help. So this and that will be problem because of finance. They end up forgotten, you know. But now this food I don't just start so bad. But it give me problems. So please at the action. You can help me for the sake of God. For my save life. Anybody want to contact me? WhatsApp number.
All right, so we dey centralize this whole thing for get out the money for this with sister Naya. So we don't send some other things then because as we dey give her money now, so we dey make sure say he send things them to we for lay. We actually they report back to you on things them where we don't dey transact with them because we want to make sure say as best as possible. He send for we, you know, a performer invoice for go to test them. That bring up to you. You need for see. You know, this not transparency test. You know, let me just go back. Let's see. Okay, this not the medicine them, yes, and this not the first money. Let's just send all inside the system. Quick one. Let you see some of them things are here. Let you see them quickly, please. Hold on, please. Let's just bring and come inside for you again. Let you see them quick one. Yeah. So we want to make let you see everything. We don't pass with this. We sister. We really they ask for me and you help now as we talk so right now. Okay. So the other thing we can play for you now the one way get for do it a mess in them way you actually don't buy. This not embarrassing the way you don't buy. You know, I don't know what you get from me, but let's play this thing again. Let you see. This not the money where we first gam for 600. Okay, I will show now the receipts anyway, but let's just watch this video quick.
And so I send the bag message for me. Okay, this not the block to me, as you can see. See if you okay. Then the antibiotic and this.
Okay, sorry, I find out say the sound will not go. Let's be again. And the reason why we not go show now the medicine because we don't want somebody for just go buy medicine like that one day. You know, it need for go through because some people then say this not painkiller. Boop, you don't go take them. And we don't want for be part of that side for help for destroy other people. Some people not go think. I know say most of we inside we yard, we know the elect for God's people, but when they recommend certain medicine, say this is good oh, we go bam. So we want for block them for let you not see them at all. Yeah. Anything we go advise you for go to hospital. I know say no easy, but let we try and see that one day. Yeah. So let me go back and watch this thing and with the sound more.
And so I send the bag medicine for me. Okay, this not the blood to me, as you can see. See if you know. Okay, then the antibiotic then this. So the antibiotic then this. Then yesterday I don't take one, then to the back I don't take one this morning. Then this packet I take one to the back I take one this morning. Look that. Then I also. Then this not the painkiller then. This is not painkiller. This back not painkiller. This is yeah. The next thing I don't buy them. Yeah. Okay. So now thank you very much. God bless.
Okay, it's not done there at all. So what will happen next? This now I go pull this one. I go pull this one at the screen. Let you see the invoice them where we don't waka with. This now waiting we don't see. For example, this now 570,000 for all the medicine in the where you see so 570,000. And then latest one where we exchange. Where it get for go do tomorrow, it get for go spend like 3,244,000 in new loans now 3,244 loans. So for go and do all of them tests there, so where we don't see, we just the flash them because you don't need for see certain things then. But we actually they make you know say we they go through. And so because of that, they just this event time we don't send for 3 million approximately 320 something thousand 3 million just for do all of them tests there. So where we don't send for this event time. For let it go and do them. So let's tell you now something. How much money we don't gather apart from the money we don't pull? Well, including the money they we don't pull. I'm not talking about Creole. We don't able forget all money combined $959. $959. Where inside there now we don't pull 500 and something. We don't pull the 300. But don't worry about the prices them, the money them. Let not mix up, Mister. But we don't pull the inside of the listing right now. Yeah, it go. Attest to them things and day, and then tomorrow it go see a doctor. For let we did on the safer side for some of una. Let's just see if I can able for reach and quickly. We still get Mr. Bayetin and how they still talk about issues them. But in the meantime, as we they talk politics, we're very much passionate about somebody else in life. Yeah, so let we just use this short term no more for engage this one. Let you just show off what we did. And after we will talk to him today, we're not going for talk to him until by God in power, a well. Until a well. before we count am back, because the only thing we want now for see say this we sister well. I'm not telling say I dey call am, but I dey call am on the spot. So let you say self go know say yes, we want for help am, and this na the situation. I hope say you not sleep yet. Yes. I want for first of all tell you say you dey live. We dey do program and you dey live.
Okay.
We be just prepare for tell people about waiting we don't pass. We don't give you any money.
Okay. Yes.
How much money we give you?
We don't give.
Oh, but wait. Who that they talk to? So who that they talk to? Now that they talk, who that this person?
Now who they talk?
Who's this?
Konde, that lady was
Okay. So we don't give you any money?
Yeah, I don't give you money.
Okay. Tell me how much money we don't give you. Because I just don't tell people that I don't lie for them. You tell me how much we don't give you.
Well, when I give me for sister the 600,000.
600,
And today, yes, today 2,329,000.
2 million or 3 million?
329,000.
Okay. All right. So this 3,329,000 are for waiting.
For do the test then.
Okay.
For the test then, yes.
Okay. So all the money where you for pay for the test now we give you, so right?
Yes, then I add something there for transportation.
Yeah, okay, good. That's good. All right, so we wish you all the best as you go tomorrow for your treatment. We be just one for confirm. Let we know if when people we don't give money at all. You dey live, everybody here you right now. So we just
No problem, don't give me.
Okay, so now just tell you how much we don't get now, including the money where we don't give. The money all don't go to. Let's go inside my phone again and see. The money all long go to $959. 9 people they don't give. Okay? So now they inside it we don't pull that 3,329,000 and that's 600,000. Now inside it we don't pull them, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless.
God bless you too. We wish you all the best. Stay safe, yeah? And make sure say you take your medicine, okay? We wish you well, my sister. We just pray for you, yeah?
Okay, no problem.
So now for the drinking medicine there, I say you go the drinking medicine there, yeah?
But the drink them, I didn't once you send the videos of the medicine, and because not only painkiller, and a painkiller antibiotic there with blood tonic.
And I medicine.
About 510,000.
Okay.
On a 600 again.
Okay.
So the balance now all and for buy water or anything.
Okay. So then na doctor na prescribe for you, auntie?
Yeah, na doctor because normally na continuous treatment where you don't they are supposed to buy and back na continuous.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for what you joined with, huh?
Okay, thank you. I tell you all thank you. God bless you all.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I got him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So if you want for still help this with sister, because interestingly we don't know how much money we need here to, because not just tomorrow then they go do the test. We don't know if they get for say again for the take treatment or they get for cutting foods because it really serious right now. They don't cut in one hand already. So we don't know what the doctor will say again. We just want again as soon as they give a contribution and keep in a prayer, okay? This morning now for in health business. And we don't pin the contact for now in case una want for help with the Cash App or Zelle. The number there on the screen already. And when you go to the number, the name where you see now Amina Bangura. The Amina Bangura, before the Amina Bangura, you get small $sign, yeah? And then if you want for do MoneyGram, Western Union, RIA, World Remit, Afro, direct to Sierra Leone, you can send them to Fatmata Bangura, and then all of the receipts you send them to we because we need to get record of the names and the amount where we announce, yeah. So you send the receipts for we now this number, yeah, and then we send them to the person direct, okay. And we go make sure say we tell them every day how much money we get. Mr. Bete, thank you for your patience with.
Sure. That's a very noble cause. Let God bless you. Then after the show, maybe you will talk more about this.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Anyway, let me talk about this audit report quickly. The audit report is, sorry, you make a feel waiting. The audit report where they talk about, we see Usai the president not begin go, I want for get you for tell you about this. One of the thing where the president been doing that in 3-year town hall meeting, and for tell we say the last government been go left debt na Japan. Pass where they attack him for late pay before you go. But we find out say it don't begin talk about back in this campaign. We find out say when it been going to Lebanon, the audit report now SSF can tell we say this man has to go left debt, but at the same time, it can't receipts away a falsify and can present unto the audit service. Anti-corruption say then they call not to the president directly because in get something called immunity, that blanket where they cover them. But then they call people them. Now 2-3 years so now, they're not calling nobody. According to the last interview with the ACC person, they're not calling nobody. But yet still, this thing just they go free. And the government been campaign with the audit report. I remember they do program na 98.1, so they get host, the I call it Imran Sila, the I call this other guy Kalilu Tutange. They talk about the audit report, but now they no one for talk about them. In fact, the audit report not the enemy.
In fact, let's start with the Japan trip. You see, when the presidency feels say we all are stupid people in the country, they feel say people and they accept that label where they want attached by we. We are very smart Sierra Leoneans. And with this new social media, I imagine going to a hotel is not what you call a sovereign debt. When they say a sovereign debt, now when you go take debt, you put say it is the government of Sierra Leone. And irrespective of the president way day, that country get for pay that debt day. Before you they travel for going to hotel, you get what you call a note verbal. The note verbal would generate a foreign ministry where they include all the people and where they go with the president. And people and back where they travel for that particular. I remember the TCAD 5, where the foreign ministry, that time they did a foreign ministry. Who they prepare the list, who send them. The hotel, if you not get embassy na Japan, the country where they cover Japan, the officials, then they go from foreign affairs. Then they go arrange everything before you even remember say they fly go. For let president watch we. Now we yai in broad daylight. He saying go there, he meets that. He say there no be one allow inside hotel. Ebo, Mr. President, what's going on here? What thing they go on? You don't talk to we like say we a full man there. And me they talk I'm from a position of strength. I don't travel a lot with President Koroma. Before they go, in fact, accommodation not to issue. Would they go before they make land straight? Now you they tell me say you go for go check-in, they say you know for lunch. That's one of the cheapest propaganda ever. But all the things that way President Koroma don't talk. And the other thing, before we even talk about the audit report, I remember this government tried for secretly go proclaim a bill in parliament for say the president, the vice president, the speaker, they no forever ask them however they travel, how they use money. How do you go account to me? Just because you come for serve the country, therefore we know for ask you. That's in the way it leak again, now it go or butter. Then Lebanon, then tell we say the president they go on a medical checkup. Fair enough. Where President Koroma want go Germany. Now me this way they pull press release in a very transparent way. President they go Germany, they go do an annual medical checkup from this date to this date. You get for respect the people them. Respect Sierra Leoneans them. Because that motor car where they drive, that fuel where they put now in motor car as president, Now we the people the money now who they put there. So not to favor they do we travel, you for come and report to we. Now we are the masters. Then all of a sudden, from a medical team, the next year see a honeymoon pictures them. Then the next thing, this report will come on, they say they're not even the vice president, the president, they not audit the offices, and they say because they not reach the threshold. What is the threshold? How come then they audit them only when President Koroma can surreptitiously violate the constitution according to Charles Magai? It tell the president say for let you pull Lara Taylor Pierce and Tamba Momo in deputy is wrong. Everybody can condemn that. The president still, the big English show them put away, they say na administrative malfeasance. 30 days. Better than they say the woman, the excuse what they give, na in no agree, they all tell me they make them postpone. Ebo, you don't go pull for this woman, a highly respected woman, na the world, not even Sierra Leone, all over the world. Even we, that woman don't always follow we account, where that scandal become say, then they eat Ebola money. What you do?
And at the end they use for campaign.
Thank you. So what you we been do? We do what you call President Koroma authorize a real-time auditing. How they don't know the money they come, now so them for audit them. The next thing, Aisha say CNN at the time, CNN interviewed me as presidential spokesman on that issue. I tell them, say, you know what? For we, the president has even authorized the ACS, audit service review for let them do real-time audit, and that anybody with them found one thing, they will take responsibility. That is the way you get for you for respect for you people then. Not begin to make that bagbati. Like where Emerson sing, then why then don't bring bagbati power. Bagbati no they carry you go no side. The only side will carry you is with all the money owner they can spend, all the money owner they go tax ministers and say them for put money for the campaign. We they tell people like waiting can the Yom Kelabin say, we then give una the money, una olam, una read and fatty upon then una go vote for APC. That is the message. Because they have nothing to show. How you go pull audit report? You say the president and the vice, they don't reach a threshold. So which means money now for just spend and pretty fatter, nobody know for ask, which is wrong in itself. In a government we can say, them pride themselves with transparency and accountability. Those were the catchphrases. Those were the catchphrases. Where are we today? Usa we dey? Usa we dey? For the past 1 week, I restrained myself not for go read the African Express. Because anytime I read them, I look at the amount of money we they don't use. If they for just use that money they for inject them in the economy, that money we they don't use for travel. If they inject in the economy today, the dollar don't go to almost 2,200,000. Why that for happen in our country? And inflation day in double digits. Because for me, where people like in Gladys say, oh, dollar don't go, it don't go up. Me na cry, they cry. The reason being, where you get that boku money then you earn, because of the hyperinflation who they deal with, where you go na the market, you they go with boku money in a small thing that they get. That na economics 101, where everybody for able to understand. Okay. Because even Guinea, then your money, they don't even value past 7 billion.
2 times.
Thank you. So where are we, Mr. President? Where are the bread and butter?
According to some survey where they do, the only country where we money value pass small bit now in Sao Tome and Principe.
Now
Africa, the only country. So now we the second with the worst currency in Africa.
And me own question was still get talking about the economy and comparing it to the Ebola during we own time. The COVID money them where people them they flying at the country, where then they pay at the airport. There is also a very potent violation because according to the Financial Act, where then do the revised, all money should go into the single treasury account as provided for by law. That is a revenue coming to the state. The question up to this point, I want to know how much money they don't collect, who side that money they, how they use them, etc. And on top of that, this 25,000, where they're not including the tickets of passengers and
$25.
$25, who they go to salon. They don't include that at the tickets because they already pay airport tax. It's one of the hidden costs about tickets then. Then when you reach, you get for day again for waste another time at the airport for go pay $25. Where is that money going for? Where is it? Where is that money? Usa Ide? We need to know. And we are asking the tough questions as we move towards the June 24. Now that makes some of us all waiting at Tokyo, so won't give me the opportunity. When I can go salon for go join the campaign from behalf of my party, I will be very bold enough for talk them back. Because these are the real issues them, who for bring, not to for go shoot and kill people them, not to for go and cause and intimidate the opposition. When you do that, it means you not get no message at all.
Okay, let's bring you into this issue quick. But before that, Finkre Antaro, thank you very much with $100 for that woman. All right, recent thing we just come from this one from Amadou Lamranaba in Facebook page. They talk about the recent thing where they happen now in the parliament. You know, say with less than month to the end of the 5th Parliament of Sierra Leone, member them na parliament they expect for all one pre-legislative meeting on waiting a Parliamentary Act of 2023. Waiting this day, but this now propose document for say if the speaker, the outgoing speaker, then if for entitled, that means if for get right, for make it all one of an official vehicle them. That means even when it come out as speaker, if you get right, for one of the government official vehicle them where he get for then in possession if for take an ion. And if
why for take up?
Yeah,
government property.
And I just read that down quickly and they try for talker in Creole so many people themselves go understand. It basically written in English. It say this now the proposal say if for all one of them vehicle and they if I get 3 security personnel where then they give and by the state and it's well the same way so it hosts the furniture the way they where they up to the tune of 50 million old leons if for as well retain them if for get them in the big own. Then they also the propose say therefore get 25%, therefore increase the pension of the member of parliament them by 25%. Every 5 years. And again, the new Parliamentary Act, when at 2023, the Parliamentary Act of 2023, where they don't already gazette, they don't put them, they don't do kind of government printer, they don't hang around for they watch them. After Parliament, this come after where Parliament be, one time in the way one document been come up with them in saying that the Welfare Act of 2022, where Parliament disown that one day. So now this don't come after that day, and this now the present situation with regards this particular document. What do you make up of this? This not only parliamentarian.
Let God continue for bless. We had and all other patriotic journalists them all get, whether not the diaspora or back home, including Lamranaba, for let it boldly bring an in Facebook. I think say it wrong. Whether it's APC, whether it's SLPP, whether it's NGC, you go see the selfishness and bigotry in some of our public officials then. These are they condemned outrightly, irrespective of political party. You go in a parliament, you go be speaker, now work then give you. Abbas Bundu don't they travel now this part of the world. Would I tell you, say, even Obama, when he left office, then say, if I go take all the furniture, they, who's kind? I don't understand where we are.
Must know how expensive and value the furniture then be. When mean say, if he left after speaker, he not going for BAM for himself.
He not go buy your furniture, work done.
He not go able because he not get my pull money. This is not government couple, not government misuse and then call him.
That's it. Well, if now other side self, the moment it come, now then kind issues they have for take very seriously in our country. Because when we talk about state capture, This is an example of state capture.
So before we go to that day, I think say waiting me concern about now waiting we for do, because right now they don't gazette them when me say it not mature yet. And normally when they can gazette something, it means that the public get right for go opposed to that thing and say this
Of
not
course.
correct. What do you think say the public for do for stand against this particular thing? Because
And they call on all the progressive media practitioners in the country, civil society organizations, and we not get self-interest, academics, students, everybody across the board, for come out openly and condemn it and put the members of parliament, them, particularly the speaker, under the radar. Just like how we become and oppose, wouldn't be one who secretly say they're not for audit, they're not for find out what's in the vice president, the president, and the speaker. They do all to couple. So this now one place where we all for come as Sierra Leoneans. Now we forget about party politics, because this is not good for we as a country. How you go hold a position? It's just see by way President Koroma been the left. He say, okay, you know what? If me pension as a retired former president now be 20 million, he run now, he go make law, he say, let go to 100 million. It is wrong. How can you then a parliament with all what you don't get? First, una one can go a welfare bill with people like kind Allah. Well, I they tell una say we go Allah back above party politics because it's not good for country.
this man, the speaker, like every time, it don't like increase in salary several times. It don't get fat salary, but it just concern and care about what he can do for the government and what he can benefit personally. This not the same man where Tijan Kababin sees in property, where it don't can our speaker, it don't make the parliamentarian, they don't make law, they don't release in property to them illegally. He go through the right, he use the legal framework for legalize illegality.
Sengbe Pierre, we they talk so. I've been in the, we'll start this program, I talk about state officials then. We forget compassion and empathy for the people. I only hope this time where they spend for go put themselves, give themselves money and all them privileges that they. I only wish say them for don't spend this last time where they get so, for talk about the suffering of the people in our country. Let them talk about the young people that we don't get jobs then. Let them talk about the high rates of prostitution we don't happen. Let them talk about reasons and why would they get temple run them, where we young people and they brave the Mediterranean and go die. Beaucoup then in Turkey, beaucoup then they Greece, then they the camps them. Some of them they call, some of Winaya, who they talk to them, who they provide counseling for them, who they support them who are able. But you see, this is where we need for encourage all political parties. We get for vet the list and for determine who are these people that we are sending to parliament. Are they going to be there for the people, or are they going to be there for their own self-aggrandizement? Until we ask them tough questions there. If not, trust me, it will just be a vicious circle. But outrightly, I'll condemn that. It's not right, especially this last minute, as long as it is not in the interest of the country and Sierra Leoneans, where the majority they in suffer, then they suffer right now. I think say we all for calm, all progressive voices therefore condemn that.
From how much you left basic minimum wage, the basic salary?
The basic minimum wage was 500,000.
And
we
now
25,000 leones.
Now 600,000. In 5 years, just 100,000.
Yep, we meet at 25,000 leones. We bump them up to 500,000 leones. We make them a law.
And that's by then 10 and they buy rest.
Of course, you buy rest, you buy plazas, you pay your rent.
But now, nothing like that.
Now, the rest as of yesterday, now 650,000 leones for that 5 kg bag. Then other side, now 640. In fact, McKinney, Bo and Kenema, now 670,000 leones, that are upline. So you go see, say, now, where you go pay, you buy 1 bag rest, let's say a family of 3, then pay you 1 million leones. Then you get for paid transportation for can walk. How you will live? We are having living corpses in Sierra Leone.
Okay, so we find out, say, the government salary, they up, Okay. We know, like in Ghana, when difficulties been there, we see inside the government decide, the ministers them, the presidents in Ghana, then decide for a pay cut. You know, but in my own case, they just increase them, especially the speaker, they just increase them for themselves. Whereas
Well,
we
not
own all average citizens, them salary just stick to 500,000, 600,000, nothing more.
Well, now that make who for come and condemn this act where they want puts in parliament. Would they expect, say, if they're only sensitive to the suffering of the people in this country, therefore come and debate how to ameliorate and address the suffering of Sierra Leoneans. People in they suffer. Things are hard. Let nobody not tell you. And when things are hard, propaganda not they address the hardness day. I go come, I go tinap na the stadium, I go pull all the school picking them for say, oh, things then good na Sierra Leone. When presidents go one time, you want to go address small primary school picking them. The picking them spontaneously. The Arab are angry. We angry and they're hungry. People they're angry and hungry.
But I think that been not to Konono it happen. It happened.
Yeah, that's all over.
It happened at Bo as well. Even inside
Yes.
whereas the president is say we defeat una school and say no.
Say we're angry.
Yes. Una get
But
guy
you
no,
know what?
a guy don't there. All thing don't
I
there.
only hope if the president for listen to the cries of the people, he not go rely with the academic economists that we get. When they come for tell you, then they don't talk. If they don't talk here macroeconomics, if they don't relate them to micro, how it go trickle down to the people. So to me, they not address that. Why did the bank governor even run away? That tell you say, himself come, he be very honest. He said the economy the way they right now, he not get no solution.
Pass them pray.
And we don't pray. And me now every time while they cut fast, and they even pray 3 rakas them from a country. And they pray for everybody because things are hard. You know what believe as when I go salon for go register, people them way will be named government. That time they imagine you get that title presidential spokesman. Now my neighbor, nobody no care about me in terms of can't ask me for anything. No. This go where I go for go register. I travel the length and breadth of the country. When you see the way people in they suffer, then you go read the Africanist press. Then you go na Connaught Hospital, no, we don't even get dialysis machine them where they make people and they go Ghana. You go begin saying, are these the people that really came with a new direction that said they wanted to change our country for the better? These are the hard questions. But that make for me.
People say they don't try, they don't bring airport.
You know what?
They bring free education.
You know what? I get lecturers there when I'm friends and where they teach from a college. You get people that way they don't pass. When they go up college or go sit the basic entrance into the course, then when they don't get all the A's. But could they drop back? I don't want to buy into the conspiracy theory we say, then go as a government just to justify, say, the quality free education is working. Let them do mass promotion of the students.
Okay.
I will not go into that. But the facts say from an evidence-based, if me don't get all in A's, who able know almost people they apply, then go from a college, they go Njala. Then out of that, they inside the first year, almost people then continue and almost people then drop with all their results. And then you begin do an evidence-based research. Where are we with our free quality education? We're different from holding a mic. Our free quality education is working. The economy is thriving. Now people and they eat stay and they keep for rest and morning. For 1 week, they don't need food because the food is past mark. That's not they address the suffering, the bread and butter issues in the country at all. You get for be honest, what you not able for address, I think say very respectful, come and own on. Say what come with a new direction. I been come with some optimism, say I will able to address the issues there within the first 1-2 years. Then You come, you meet an airport, wait for don't decongest Freetown, get a new place, a new city, then you condemn them at 312 million US dollars. When a China Exim Bank ready for come with them, then do a bill, operate and transfer.
So they say that they have been just word of mouth. Now been just fake own have been the try for propagate. Not enough even in a document.
How can that happen when we even set up a secretariat exclusively from the transport ministry?
No,
with
but
an
wait,
office
I think now I listen to myself again. I want to ask myself a question. I remember when Caretaker Bill came, then say they cancel the contract with China. But again, I then tell we say it not ever exist. So the question now how it happened?
Those are contradictions. Those are the contradictions. Sometimes, until they know say people there with brains are listening to their contradictions. And those contradictions, that is what is taking me to Sierra Leone to expose them. And the cheap propaganda is what is taking me to Sierra Leone to set the record straight, because I've been privileged, forget the institutional knowledge, by virtue of being in the communications hub of the Ministry of Information and in the presidency, so that I would put the issues there in context.
Thank you. Continue for the with the call in the phone line quickly. And I want to tell you, say, now 1 minute we take per call. We just want to spend few minutes, because we don't go long with the program today. Want to take few minutes. But I want for please tell you, say, if you watch me right now, you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider for subscribe. Kafongo, thank you very much for the $5. Consider for subscribe. Yeah. Right now we get 70,434. Thank you very much to the one that we don't subscribe for today. And we just want for appeal. You will watch right now on YouTube 1,152. with 563 likes. Please increase the likes for it. Give it 800 likes. Thank you very much. And on Facebook, we get 561. Thank you very much for the likes. We get 36 likes. We open the phone line now. For that, we take few calls. Then please, now 1 minute. Go straight to the point. I beg. We just want for run out of time. But as by tradition, I make we open the line because we don't go out of time. We don't go above time. We get for week back in the morning for do chorus, 9 a.m. salon time. So please, when I respect the time, when I reach 1 minute, I will get for tell you for stop and we will take another person call. Please, when I not say we don't cut the person call out of rudeness or other things, please, let we respect the 1 minute. What will they give? Let us first go on the line and begin. Welcome to the show. You name and answer the call from, please. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, we are at the call from Washington.
Go ahead, you go 1 minute.
It's so sad waiting the go on a salon. Just like waiting Mr. Berete they talk. I did a salon like last month. People and really they suffer the border. People and really they suffer that salon. People and they suffer. Don't if them politicians Abbas Bundu with all the atrocities wouldn't they don't commit by we Salonians and with the people Abbas Bundu now they can't talk say they can't pass law say we for take care of and we the Salon people for take tax money for take care of Abbas Bundu from where for take it die that no go be we just like how Mr. Beiti don't go team map for make land come to pass.
Thank you very much, my brother.
People are too selfish. They only care about themselves.
Thank you. God bless you, sir. We go to another call quickly. Welcome to the show. Your name and answer the call from.
Hello, this is Abdul call from United States.
Abdul, go ahead. Quickly, you get 1 minute.
A few weeks ago, me and you been talking. I've been telling you, say, Marabio to the father of democracy. Mm-hmm. Then you ask me about the video. I think Berete will be the right person for ask for that video. Maybe you're able to get chance about that.
That's
I want to do this one quick. I don't know if you did it. It make reference about one article at Expo Times. Mm-hmm. And I be really concerned about that because that article there, now it exposed Zogoda, the RAF base in the 10 miles from from Kenema. And the Kamajo they make use of that information. They attack that base there, dislodge the RUF, where they make RUF negotiate from a position of weakness. That have been good one. Then for Marabio, we all know say in a PhD in coup d'etat and also in a the father of democracy. You are big in the father of democracy. Thank you. Bye.
Quick one before I take another call. You are aware of that Zogoda company?
Of course.
All right.
Zogo
We can't talk about that quickly. We just saw for Koroma.
Sure.
All right, let's go on the line again. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from, please. You get 1 minute. Caller, your time don't begin beep already. You get 1 minute. Oh. Your network they fight with you seriously, or if you use earphone, please remove the earphone. You already don't go 20 seconds. You did it? Sorry about that. We go to another call. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from.
Hello, yes,
Okay, princess.
How young police are they do?
Young police they do okay. All right.
I just want to waiting Mr. Daisy just say concerning mother bill in
Yeah, we'll listen to you.
Okay, concerning the 10 way mother bill they make for what they call Ernest in convoy. Okay, I'm sorry, love with the move the airport and speaker.
Yes, then reduce the volume of your set so you're not going to hear yourself again.
Okay, I just want to waiting Uncle Berete talk concerning the way mother bill then be jump on Ernest in convoy. I was right there on Godric Street. If you like be mother bill in Temso, then I know for some princess. Trust me.
I know.
The kind thing whether and they wait and a scandal. Me I create a go reach na me host. Because like the kind love we in show to win sympathy like a we see now in there. Because everybody was panic right now God risk me. I was right there. It wasn't easy na day. So come to talk for them one day. So if not be there nothing day, we all not die man. We all. Then the other question I want to ask, I want to say again, the thing is, why I always say they say the president they go out of the country for medical. Why not they try for giving a better facility in the country? If the president sick self when they will treat him, at least let them try for treat and now they fly. But anything pass will go overseas, the president go overseas.
Thank you.
No, not feel this now waste of resources in our country,
exactly,
and we will not get.
Thank you very much, Princess. God
because
bless you.
not get now making the camp for big.
Thank you. We'll go to another call.
You welcome, Papa.
Yeah, we'll go to another call quickly. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from. Hello, caller. All right, we go to another call. Welcome to the show. You got 1 minute.
Hello. Yeah, hello.
Go ahead. Reduce the volume of your set. You get 1 minute.
Good evening. Good
How
evening.
you doing?
Good evening.
How you do?
I retire for the well.
Okay.
You know what? We say, if God make Samuara Kamara kind of power, Mr. Berete will talk so. I want let them be a good advisor. Let not be a bad advisor to Samuara Kamara, because this any they don't feel this particular regime will run so because they don't get good advisors. They don't put people in the street and watch what they go on and catch it on the hard part like Ernest by Koroma. And as by Koroma, if people like catch it watching the wrong thing, if they go to the street they go prove them if it is true. So like what I give you say so this now, you know in this country, Lord pray. Yeah? Lord pray for everything. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right, thank you. We'll go to another call. Welcome to the show. You name and also you call from. You get 1 minute.
Yes, good evening, Paddy.
Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to light on within Mr. Berete they talk. I'm one of me mentor them at Frappe College. Waiting the happen at salon right now, you understand? We get a government with a valid democracy because in any democratic dispensation, as we see in other country, there are checks and balances, you understand? For let a president say then they not for check they not for check in vice president and that of the speaker. I mean that are a total violation of democratic principle. You understand? Secondly, to waiting President Building do now as compared to waiting and Koroma be do. You see that block where he block President Koroma, former President Koroma na Godric Street. Me like me, so me na be one person we say President Koroma was weak by that time. You understand? Because you know they do no country, you know they do you go free. You understand? So me now one person will say President Koroma was weak by then, and I still stand on that. Because that is a total violation of in presidency. You go block president convoy in some country, you are finished that moment.
Thank you very much.
That's the act of treason. Thank you so much,
Thank you. All right, we go to another call. Welcome to the show. You name and the call from. You get 1 minute.
Yes, All
right, go ahead. Go 1 minute. Quick.
Really, I want to ask one question. You understand? I want to know, Mr. Berete, let it give me this award, because I want let it give me award say like this thing will not happen in a salon. So this 4-5 years now, waiting if them come now power, waiting and get for do for the people and waiting the people and get for profit, and how democracy, you understand, the country get for be again. So you understand, because that thing there will get for the keeper them, they will get for the player for them back. So me that in word awali igiwi will get a word waiting they don't put na ground and waiting they don't put na corner for the people of Salon.
So in other words, what they can do differently.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, we go on the line again quickly and take another call. Welcome to the show. You name and the call from just 1 minute.
Hello.
Yes, you did live. Remove this headset where you use. You get 1 minute.
Yeah. So new question I ask the issue of this banning of rally by people. I think they say not to really notice come out or whatever, you know. So what thing I'm going to your own position about that, and what thing the constitution say about
political
rally. The functions of PPRC supersede of that of the constitution that we learn. And again, you know, waiting at the party in position towards the attempted assassination on the life of Dr. Samuara, because to all the evidence we see yesterday, William the fire canister of tear gas and Muska endlessly, incessantly, you know, we learn in almost for lead to Ndaiwa. And looking at the action, we are facing the party for take, because you know for left arm, let go like that. You know, then at the same time, we want, because we don't begin to explain what's my own version and account of what happened yesterday, but because we have the asking some questions, we digress from that, the thematic concern where they say a former spokesman they talk about the incident at Saturday. But we will happy again about the other issues that we talk on, because they are very informative and educative to the public.
Okay.
So
Thank you very much. I'll take 5 more calls. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. You name and the call from. You get 1 minute.
Hello?
Yes, they're live. You get 1 minute. They're live.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, reduce the volume of your set. Bia.
Hello? Hello?
You listen to you. You get me? Bia, reduce the volume of your set. Let you listen to the phone only, not the set.
Hello?
Sorry about that, sister, but we'll go to another call. Welcome to the show. You name and the call from. You get 1 minute.
Sunday talk.
Reduce the volume of your set first, please.
Stop.
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I want just to ask for a request. Yeah, just want to ask for a request from Mr. Boss. As he said, 2018, the various presidents, they be do upon debates. So back one for request from Mr. Berete, because say we must accord a relationship from the presidential candidates who we get for 2023 or make
Okay, so you line not clear, but if I get her well, you want Mr. Berete for coordinate with Hassan Awuni for letting go do a presidential debate, right? Okay, sorry about that, but I'll just tell you now the presidential debate not can be organized by any member of a political party. Then they work on them / AYV. Then they work on them for letting go get a presidential debate again this year, but we don't know how that will get for happen. Anyway, let's take 3 more calls. Welcome to the show. You get me now?
Hello?
You get me now?
Yes, I did get you.
All right, go ahead, sister. You name and say call from. You get 1 minute.
I did call from London, me a concerned citizen.
Go ahead, you get 1 minute.
Just say, yeah, I've been just say tell you say, I said this what thing they go on so this if governments change by God in power, they need for regulate the police, the military, and I want for.
Okay, you listen yourself. Reduce the volume of your set where you watch you from.
Yeah.
Pause and mute them.
Like the background.
No. Mute the set. Just mute the set, please.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. I say, what are they try for talk? I say the way the police don't go, it don't rotten. The police don't rotten. The army don't rotten. Then get for really check on those. Then get for purge the police. Then one talk what then you always talk. Hello.
Will you get you, please? Go ahead.
Yeah, one talk what then you always talk say Samuara been talk say they make the the government ungovernable. Let them pull them video then they by who side Samuara been talk that talk me. Because it's too much. Look what's happen. You know, then just say they make the thing the worst thing for the people of Sierra Leone. The first of all, the country tranga. Then this kind of thing they happen. Who are then at them parts of the world they suffer more because anytime we say the member of people they say then they in agony. Okay. You know, I don't know who said for complain because the embassies and they talk the UN they talk these people they talk but they listen. What you go able to do? Then today somebody they blame say the MP they what the MP then what they not don't do but they not they listen anyways.
All right. Thank
so
you.
we don't know what you go do now. We don't know how we go seek advice.
So I'll get one advice for you, please. Whether you or Salon people in general, if you feel say you don't get side for complaint, you get side for complaint. And the only side for complaint are in the ballot box. Yeah? So
they alone, no, they didn't have for votes.
Yeah, no, advice. Let's say I will be up in 2018. The reason why I make kind of Yumkela get a lot of votes are because some of Unana the diaspora use the opportunity for campaign for Kanda Yumkela. So now use the same opportunity and campaign for whosoever Una feels like bring change for Una.
Okay.
Thank you very much. God bless you and get yourself a good night. Alright, we go to another call quickly. We'll take 2 more calls. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call.
Yes, good evening.
How are you, sir?
Samuara Kamara.
Oh yeah, Bob Beshi. Go ahead quickly.
Yes, Mercy comrade to me big one, to me boss.
Alright.
Former government spokesman.
Okay.
I tell and thank you. Don't try for we don't talk good 100%.
Okay.
What to get for them people here? Them people here, me not supposed to tell me like all that woman talking about see it is life na service to that mother baby wangu we block and skuma. We let that buti akim den kando. And at the front the nobody tell say black and yellow safe. Then tell them be home. They go don't cancel meet up. Let's keep the peace. They go somewhere tell say keep the peace. Left for the 80 days. And 80 days left for there. Now get no time begin at the country. The whole and the torment one this so they all on panic. And people don't want to see crowd. They don't want to see crowd. They don't want to see somewhere they talk. And someone told them to go kill. And stop plus stuff. They don't go ever will kill her. Then time not done. Now 80 days only for the 80 days. They would come to bed to learn to make me go applying.
Thank you very much, Bishop. God bless you.
Thank you.
We take the last call for the program today. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you call from? Caller, you did live. Your name and where you call from? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please. Release the volume of your set. Do ya?
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, you don't reduce the volume of your set, sir?
Yes, yeah.
Go ahead. Your name and where you call from?
They call from Canada.
All right, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, I don't listen to all waiting the former presidential spokesman, Mr. Berete. I just want to tell and thank you. And he know the issues, and I encourage him for let it go. And at least they go take on them people there because some of them think Now the man that I will need for let them go explain the people there, let them understand. Because the government they lie too much. When they don't feel the people and lie and they this cheap propaganda, don't let time they explain. You go to a hotel, you say government get there today. So therefore, they not allow you for go. And cheap propaganda.
All right.
When you
Thank you.
talk to people and you get stupid.
Thank you very much.
I go to a hotel, you don't please allow yourself for go they go invest there today. Talk about all the thief we go thief, duplicate receipts, they not talk about that.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Now, last call and we take. We're very sorry for you. I know get a bonus call as by tradition by my brother in default. Welcome to the show. You know the very last caller for the program. You name and who said the call from? Sorry.
One issue.
We not hear you at all. We not hear you at all. The line not in favor you at all. Hello? Hello, caller.
Hold on.
You get to me? I'm very sorry. You line not the give way for that. You get to me, please? Hello?
Yeah.
You get me? You line really the break. I don't know why, but we're not hearing you.
Yes, I get. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'll take the bonus again. Welcome to the show. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello, Samuara. Good evening. How do you do?
Okay. You need the volume of your set. Do ya?
Hello?
You need the volume of your set. Do ya?
Can you get me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening. Let God bless you now.
God bless you too. Say you call from, please, and your name.
They called from London. This is Alaji Musa.
Alright, go ahead.
Me only worry what I get because they might need perfect for all the type, all kind angle for let them succeed because we don't see the threats within the polls. Hello?
Will get you? Will listen you, please?
Yeah. So I hope say the APC will stand very firm and strong. Hello?
Because you listen yourself. Anyway, thank you very much. They go now to we guest for we always tell una say please when una they call una reduce the volume of una set and una listen just to una phone or say you get internet or a connection problem, move away from that one day. But we're very sorry for the one them way not able for making time inside the program. We sorry, please not relent. Continue another day again. We'll go back to Mr. Berete. Welcome again, Mr. Berete.
Thank you very much again.
You don't listen to the caller then. Some of them are suggestions, some of them are questions. I know you're a good listener and you can take note as well. So we'll listen to you before we wrap up quickly.
Thank you, and I want to tell all the people that we call plenty thank you. They raise very, very important issues then. We gave something for Dubo to country. Now, in terms of whose commitments me go Guinea when we can governance, the good thing is this program, it go into the archives. And we for subject we serve, where we come into governance, for also let them probably ask the tough questions. For say, you've been talking this so, but how come would they see so now? And when the people then talk so, they don't for go arrest them for that. They had questions in there. So to me, my own commitment is all the terrible things and way President Bio and in Cabal they do, where we come, Dr. Samuara no go repeats them. That is a commitment I'm giving you. In terms of the rally them, the APC position clear. The rally them and listen to the chairman of the Political Parties Registration Commission, lawyer Abdullahi Bangura. He say they discuss them with all the parties them, but they can able to go to a designated place or go get it rally them. The only thing we may not understand now is if you don't say people and go, then we will converge. Like we say at Sugar Stadium. When then people and then they left that stadium day, you feel say they will just go and work like say na bury them come out. Then just get for go and dance and sing. Is that not a rally? Are you able to say that not for happen? So maybe it is good where the party then all will come back for we'll get a further conversation on that. Then the Mile 38 thing, we condemn them as I've been saying. Dr. Samuara and the people and waiting in convoy, they were very peaceful. They want for kill him in what they call political assassination. But God make that one day not happen, and they're not able. Because Dr. Samuara, in message as we go into this election, is very clear. He say, let everybody make sure say, if you support them and the APC as a party, may we continue for be peaceful. Because not only we will be peaceful, we go able to go collect to voter registration cards and when they begin distribute the 7th of this month, and we go able to go vote come June 24. And me go repeat that message there on behalf of the party and Dr. Samuara for say, we as a very peaceful party, we encourage all who members them, just like the way the police then kind so Jaman then Mile 38, then begin go, they fire up, nobody no shake. Will not do nothing to them. All what you do is Dr. Samuara Kamara, people that listen to them for maintain the peace. Say the IG come, I want for commander for that, and the current IG Fire Selu, because when he come, he be able for listen and he diffuse the situation and he come with the convoy able to go peacefully. That is what we expect of police officers then. Not to just for come and embolden them for begin to shoot and kill people unnecessarily. And the police, we don't try. And remember, we get the Independent Police Complaint Board. One of the very fine gentlemen who I work with, now Mr. Collier, we have been the ACC boss.
I late man, right?
No, that Collier we have been neck. Now you the talk. This now Mr. Collier.
This not only now the one this way been there now ACC, the first ACC commissioner, not to be.
This now one tall gentleman, Mr. Collier.
I think nine the same person. They will be the ACC nine kind of back.
Yeah, he was head of the Independent
Police Complaint Board. Yeah.
Up to 2018, I worked with him. He was a very nice gentleman, in passion for that country. When it came for let the police be held accountable. Now, if you go to the Amnesty report, when it comes to human rights, they even indicate and clearly say that particular outfit, the way for all the police accountable is under-resourced. So then when it is under-resourced, how do we, because when it comes and training, we don't train the police them. From the time we it be day, they don't train them, they don't do all kinds of things. But you know what's in the problem in our country? Until that orders from above. It's just about where President Koroma at one time, where he came publicly. He say, you know what? Anything we na orders from above, we not take them, including from me. The only orders from above we for respect, the dignity of the people them, uphold human rights, and also law we promote with democracy in the country. And that is the only orders of above. And they bet and they challenge President Bio with all NTR we don't happen so. Now almost 24 hours they done so. I want to see if he will come and condemn.
Before we talk about the President Bio, what about the PPRC? We don't hear anything from them. Several things they don't happen, not the PPRC, but they be very much prompt for find the opposition when they just perform music.
Well, this is where I go to the highest level. They only take the cue. They're all afraid for let them not can condemn. They say, oh, the panel condemn it. So we want let President Bio, let it take leadership of the country. Let him take leadership. If you're hearing people and they say they will kill people and we not support them, may come and condemn that.
But I know one thing, the police, the government, they're not can see anything where their own supporter or member then they do it very wrong. But if not opposition and the same.
Well, that is the divisiveness within our country right now. Now that make even this thing about rallies them, if they been get genuine intentions, APC not for say no, but even before them pull rally them, look, then they rally all over the country. Then they use government motorcar, then they use government fuel, then they even take per diem them with, then they go upline. That is wrong with the condemner, because a member waiting them being condemned, they say it's not good. When they come in the name of a new direction, the expectation is they're not for repeat sentencing a day, or for be even better. But look at them pull death penalty. From 2007 to 2018, where the death penalty been there now with books. Even though President Koroma came, he placed a moratorium on the death penalty. Compared to the time where they pull the death penalty to now, when you look at the people and where they don't kill, people and they say, well, if una for don't leave the death penalty, they maybe for don't better. Because now, would they even get what you call extrajudicial killings? So this is the state of our nation. We therefore address the issues of bread and butter, the suffering of our people them, and the human dignity, the human rights, what you call in political science, human security. We include human rights. These are the issues that we talk about, good governance and democracy in our country.
All right, so I think we don't address all the things that the callers can come up with, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so if you for left with one conscious word, what think that could be?
My own conscious word is first now for telling her plenty thinking that we had. Even me, we just sit down here, while then they like and then they send me messages. Them sometimes it's so. And I say, wow, what an opportunity you wanna give me. I remain very grateful for that. But they use this opportunity, one, for which every Sierra Leonean, irrespective of whose side and they, whether in Sierra Leone or in the diaspora, Ramadan Mubarak. May God give you the blessings, Allah give you the blessings of this fast month, so that in prayers, the Lord also pray for country. Too much blood don't lose our country. Too many killings and they happen in our country. Or people and they suffer. And because of that one day, Lord, we use with conscious minds. What we do some of we now we support to family and party they obayanda. Lord, we tell them, say, listen, I will able to send for you. But you know what, for let the send also reduce, when I vote for a party, we get the Comra acts for the people and win our APC. We will not do that one day. Trust me. That time they all then killing there, what they talk about. So where the dollar they go off the roof no more, we no able. And right now the dollar themselves don't confuse. They say they don't get solution. So do ya, Lord, we also preach peace. Any opportunity where you get for talk to any person in Sierra Leone, tell and say this election, yeah, Lord, we not go into violence. Violence not a born good picking. Lord, we only go the day for the election. You go, you vote for Dr. Samuara, you vote for the APC, and you go wait until you read the announcement. Because so any act of rigging, any semblance of rigging in these elections, we will resist them to the best of our ability. Because we will make sure, say, the vote of the people them therefore be counted, and the people then are therefore determined who therefore exercise political power over them. Afterwards, now then are the boss, then are the country. So to me, my own last word is I tell the people that we contribute plenty, thank you, and also for this great opportunity where we had given.
All right, thank you very much, and we're very much happy that you joined me inside the program today. We actually been plan a program where we for do. We still keep on to that. We go find one of them days that just have to get small time now before we come back and discuss the issue. Then, but it's not gonna be too long. It might be next week, it might be week after next or so. But not just to watch everything they happen. As things then they unfold, we go engage you again, and we get for the engage you frequently on several issues them as time to go. Thank you very much, and all the best. Ramadan Mubarak to you.
Same to you. Thank you very much, Sengbe Pierre and Bye bye.
All right. In name na Abdullah Berete, we na former, presidential spokesman. We join we inside the program today. For that we talk about several issues. Them we basically don't come up. Not the field. Well, I want to tell you we don't like the program. Thank you. You wait on comments. Thank you. You wait on call. Thank you. You wait try for call, but you know it for go through. Thank you and sorry.
And you don't share, thank you very much. You subscribe again. Please, we still get like 300 people way according to Sister Admin, I think 400 we no subscribe yet with the watch. So we get 438. You will not subscribe yet. I know so you enjoy the conversation. Please consider for subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So anytime we come online, we come like every day 9 p.m. saloon time. And not forget for join with tomorrow morning. We na 9 a.m. saloon time. Also, we get to a program called Cool Rest. Also, we can look at the front pages of the newspaper then. And then we bring guests, journalists, civil rights, opposition, government, government journalists, opposition journalists, and different other people that we can come and sit down. Well, tomorrow we hope forget two tycoon them. 2 people that we don't play political role them. Now journalists them, but they join with tomorrow inside the program the morning. And I think I could be safe for say tomorrow we get Editor and BW Bokari. I'm very sure. I just hope they all to make them up. But this now 2 and they get 2 tastes where they come with. So tomorrow you really get forget another heated. Like this morning be very much heated. So tomorrow get for be more heated and the colors get for warm. Now that kind of colors where even when you don't pull and come out na the fire, when you put them na the pot, you hear where the crowd the fry. Now so the colors get for talek tomorrow. We just hope and pray that the internet favor we. But these are the 2 people them. Editor and BW Bokari. BW Bokari from the SLPP Unity newspaper and Editor George Temple where himself get your newspaper, but as well you get some amount of things them way it is say where they're against the government, and then BW Bokari of course therefore can tell me the good things them where the government don't do. But all that they could be guided by the front page story them where they come up from the different newspaper them. So this is not how you get for select to my money. How about that? You love that? See that you say the whole guys go watch him out. You see the girls that have been together today the fete. So, but I let the program end. They be mature enough for able for no say they get for disagree for agree. So now the same thing tomorrow we get for see they get for disagree on different issues them, and at the same time we get for before then they go we'll make sure say we all be fine again. Okay. So join me again tomorrow. You again, thank you very much to the one that we just don't subscribe to the program. But we still get more. If not even make logo save how many? 70,450. Or not just make we go 450 right now, no more please. Thank you. And you will not like it. We get 660 on YouTube, and on Facebook we get 715. Thank you very much, guys. We love you also so much. Okay. Well, we can't take a leave now, and until we meet again. Yes. God bless you, country Australia, where we call Weird. On behalf of the team, Sister Admin, Bible, the manager, young producer, and all, we love you all so much, okay? Thanks to the one that always on they send them copper inside for this people, sister we name Umu. And tomorrow Umu they go hospital for go doing test them. We just hope they do them fast and they get the result fast, because I get issue with EcoMed. EcoMed one time in the way I be one for help somebody, one other young boy where be get problem with the hand. They go do EcoMed. They admit and they listen because EcoMed not able to give the result for let them analyze waiting do this bubble. They left the wait for result from EcoMed till lost in life. So we pray EcoMed they really waste time with people the results, because people them boku so much that then they I don't know if now they don't treat people and seriously honor, because there's so much plenty and they no more. Anytime you go, come out to this or that to EcoMed. So it reach time now, people in the wait for the results till they die. So we just hope and pray that this lady know it's time now EcoMed tomorrow, okay? Well, until then, one more time, thanks to we guests we join me inside the program. I'm done Berete. We love you all. Catch you up again in the morning. We love the country.
Skiddy bo pantan, rugged spice. Get used to this. Whoa. Fire. Boom. We never them, then they take free money. We never them, no they sorry for it. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they cry say, we never them, no so like that. We never them, make we country they cry. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they cry say, say let them go. If no go, we country no go good. Let them go. If no go, we go die pampo. The way the system they go, no be putting us so if I go. The way where the system they go, we not been voting us so if I go. I said the two ship press when I give it, and if I sell and then put all of them pockets. United Nations in Tilly, they free money and they fly like a rocket. Now we don't tire with the violence, power. We don't tire for the jobless, power. For we right to the protest, power. For we right to the protest, power. Every day thing they do, on another open the cheer. On the make I don't care. Where we talk, we say me could be a bow. We never them, then they take free money. We never them, no they sorry for it. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they cry, say, we never them, no so lie. We never them, make we country they cry. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they cry, say, we never them, no yam priya lam dum low. The new direction, now sorry they go. Investor, no they come, then they pack and go. It's alone economy, no they go. Azagazi, c'est the country don't bend. 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 When we tell them the truth, them vex. They say we're not terrorists, we not the watch them. 2023, they not fulfill the promise, we not the catch them. We never them, then they take free money. We never them, no they sorry for it. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they cry, say, we never them, no so lie. We never them, make we country they cry. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they cry, say, the part they sleep, the mommy where they near around, make you wake up. The part they sleep, the one them where they near around, let them wake up. Zagazi gaga there, Zagazi gaga there. Lunge bridge where he promise we with the pray make him make up. Oh, if you not make am 2023, we say for no go take am. We go whip am, we go keep am. The power where we give and we go take am. Me sing say, Azagazi, say the country don't bend them. Azagazi, say the country don't bend. I woulda done box up the country. I woulda done make we bell empty. I woulda done go kill a Tombo. I woulda done go kill a Losad. I woulda done go kill a Padema. Innocent people are McKenny. You know rebel them where we vote for. They pull up on Babati. I woulda done the thief in a corner. I woulda done brick and Corona. We never them, then the thief free money. We never them, no they sorry for it. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they cry, say, we never them, no so lie. We never them, make we country they cry. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they cry, say, now what's on the power, the country lowly. When they not say them don't fuck up, now they want change the story. We were not born meat and follow we survive, now God in glory. The country lonely, the people are sorry, yeah. Azagazi, say the country don't bend. 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 Father of democracy, freedom of speech, no day again. One and another. We don't tell with the dirty corruption. Yeah, because we are on a free, only innocent political prisoners. Whenever them fuck up the power. They no work on the power. Yeah. Oh, put up on them,